Sydney sent me like a lovey-dovey message, as she does. I was like a little bit drunk, and I reply back in the same like lovey-dovey style, wishing her well. And then I close the app. I wake up. I sent it to Alan. I sent it to my editor, and it's just Alan being a real fucking bro, being like, I'm gonna do you a favor. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that, and I'm never gonna mention this again. And I'm just like, and then he never did, and I still think about that to this day, man.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Trash Taste Podcast. I'm Joey and I'm with Connor and Garnt. As always, we're still in Australia, in case you missed last episode.
I can't believe you took on the hosting thing
Again,
twice,
in a
Joey.
row.
I was about to start talking. We have a system, Joey.
Let me...
And then
You're not the host. All right? You'll never
up.
be the host unless it's for another episode or two.
But anyway, we're still in Australia.
We thought with our second recording, we should drink some beers.
Wait, but this isn't just any beer, right?
No.
Beer, God. It's trash taste beer.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Hell yeah. Look at them. Look at those beautiful cans right there.
Wait.
Are they even on this screen?
Can we see them? Are they on the screen? We probably should
They
have
should be
checked.
up on the wide, 100%.
Well, hopefully they're in better view now. We were just checking some stuff off camera, but do you guys want to have a go?
Yeah.
Have a pick?
Oh, they're such cool cans too.
Oh,
Hell yeah. With our signatures in the back?
So cool. What is a 1.5 standard drink?
that is probably 1.5 units because it's a 5.2% alcohol beer.
No, I'd win.
Yeah.
This is a pale ale. Like, we did the tasting, and pale ale is my favorite type of beer.
I think I think all three of us agreed we
We all
like pale ales, right?
We all like this one.
Let's just crack it.
This is our first time trying the actual official trash taste.
Yeah, because we tried the samples that they sent to us, but this is the first time out of the trash taste can. Cheers.
Come by. Let's give it a swig.
Back in Aussie.
God,
Good shit.
I love pale ale.
Good shit.
That's good.
Smooth.
Hell yeah.
I can drink this all day, and we will on this podcast.
This is the problem now, because now I can literally drink my own supply.
Don't say it like that.
It's a dangerous.
I've never had this issue before.
Why'd you have to phrase it like that?
What do you mean? Drinking your own supply?
I've barely
What do you mean?
eaten
That's what
today
they do.
as
That's
well.
what they say with like drug dealers.
I'm gonna get drunk so fast.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know, but that's not like, that's what they.
I get what you mean, but there's better ways to phrase
Wait,
that.
what? We are dealing the drug of joy.
What if we drink
know it's
more?
alcohol.
What happens when we drink more than the profit margin we make on these? Because these are only available in Australia.
We like. I know that there are a lot of people in the US, which is most of the viewers, would be like, why can't we get it?
Because alcohol laws are very difficult to
Alcohol
work
laws are
with.
difficult.
Super difficult to get alcohol.
And honestly, we just wanted to have beer.
We just thought it
didn't-
would be sick. As far as business decisions go, I think releasing a thing that only like 15% of your audience can even consider buying is terrible.
It's like less than 15%.
Well, I know the Australians will make up for it.
Yeah,
they'll make up for it and drink.
It may be a small percent, but the amount one will drink.
Those 5% is like hard carrying.
Well, yeah, they're sending. We're all getting a few crates each, and I'm like, I kind of want to just put them on my shelf. Like, I want to drink. I want to drink them, but they also look so cool.
It's aesthetic.
And I don't want to like go through them all and be like, how am I ever going to get this again?
It's like, how many cans do I keep for display, and how many do I drink? Because I am going to drink a lot of this.
It's too
How
easy
many
to
do I
drink.
drink on my for my own personal
It's
collection?
cool seeing trash taste.
Yeah.
Trash taste.
Yeah.
On a drink item.
On a drink, yeah.
But hey, it's great. Eh?
Hey, cheers, guys.
Yeah, thank you, Modus, as well,
Thank
for
you,
helping
Modus.
us make this.
What you guys been up to?
Well, obviously, I'm now ruining my health.
Yeah.
Before
Me too.
I cycled a lot, and then now I'm ruining it all.
It
Please
sucks.
drink moderately, by the way.
Drink moderately, yada yada yada, all that stuff.
I think there are laws. I don't know.
Yeah,
We have
wow.
to tell you that.
drink responsibility.
whatever.
Other than that, I play Chrono Trigger.
You played Chrono Trigger?
Chrono Trigger.
You finished it?
Of course, I finished it.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah!
I think it's. I don't know if this is like controversial. I think it's the best JRPG I've ever played.
That's fair.
Better than 7.
I don't think that's controversial. In fact, I think
Better than 7. Better than 8. that's about it. Actually, the more I played.
It's shorter than them, isn't it?
Yeah, way shorter.
Way shorter, yeah.
Which makes it so good because it doesn't try to like convolute the story by adding a bunch of dumb shit.
Yeah.
And you get that classic Toriyama art style as
Yeah,
well.
the art style is amazing.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
People
to
would
play
come
it.
into my stream and be like, "What is it, like Dragon Ball?" What is this? I was like, "Well, yes,
In a sense.
Yes.
Well, you'd be surprised. Yeah, it's great. It's the first time I've ever done a side quest in a JRPG and it didn't feel like a side quest.
Oh yeah.
Wow. What is this character development, man?
Yeah,
we went,
yeah.
we
No,
went from
no,
I hate JRPGs
I don't
to
think
I did a
that's
side
no,
quest.
I think that's more of a compliment to how they integrate the side quests into the story.
How long did it take you to complete?
2 streams. So
Because I know
something
it's-
hours.
Yeah, I know it's like a little bit shorter.
Have you played it?
I haven't played it yet.
Fake fan.
It's
You don't like JRPGs. You don't know anime like I do.
I'm a fake fan. I'm a fake fan.
I mean, Garnt will love it. I already know.
I know. I already know I'm gonna love it.
You play it?
I will play it once I finish the fucking Trail series.
No, don't do that. Stop wasting your time with that mid shit. Get on this good shit.
Actually, dude, no. I'm going down flying with this. I'm 5 games in now.
Oh my
and
God.
it is so fucking good.
No, when does it get good? Is it like 9 games in, 15 games
Yeah, is
in?
this Stockholm syndrome?
Yeah, it's good. It's good, guys.
Genuinely, like, Trails is hitting me in a way that no other JRPG has like ever hit me
Because you haven't
before.
played Chrono Trigger.
Huh?
It's because you haven't played
I
Chrono
played
Trigger.
Chrono Trigger. Yeah. Admittedly, it has taken me about like fucking 250 hours to get to this point, but
Well, I would hope if you're investing 250 hours into something, you'd start
Chrono
getting an
Trigger-
attachment to
oh
it.
no, it is like the peaks are like insane. But continue about
I mean,
Chrono
Chrono
Trigger.
Trigger just tells an amazing story in such a short amount of time.
Who's your favorite character?
I like.
And why is it not Frog?
I was going to say it was Frog.
Yeah.
Is his real name Glenn? Is it? What was the no? Was that his brother? One of the Colin? No.
Some name like that, yeah.
Frog's the best character.
Frog is the best character.
Or
100%.
Rob. Rob's great too.
Oh, yeah, I
the
love
robot.
Rob. Yeah, hell yeah.
He's also great. I feel very impressed that they can just make a robot that's kind of like just the coolest character.
Yeah.
The human characters are the most boring.
Yeah, in a sense, yeah.
It's crazy though. I've never seen like a JRPG be like, oh yeah, here's another character. By the way, you're like 1 mission away from defeating the game. But
Yeah.
He's like another character. And then also, I've never seen a game handle time travel in a way that didn't make me feel like they were just like breaking every time travel law.
Yeah,
I
I think that's why like that's the one thing when I knew I was going to love Chrono Trigger was because I'm such a sucker for like the time travel trope.
It's told really well.
I'd heard from everyone that like this does time travel like one of the best ways they've like
100%.
ever seen it.
Yeah.
The way they handle it is so cool. And a lot of the missions require you to like kind of think like, okay, I have to really keep track of all the timelines here in a way that's fun, not in a way that's like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Not in a way that you have to open up like an Excel sheet.
Yeah, it's not like Terraria, where like Terraria to even do anything remotely, I have to pull up 4 wiki pages to then figure out where to even start.
Yeah.
You're like, I want to kill this boss. Okay, now I got to find this weapon. Okay, how do I get this weapon? Okay, this weapon to craft this. I got to get this area. Where's this area? Okay, and then you're like,
Yeah.
like, this is ridiculous, Terraria. Terraria is good though, but
Yeah, I love Terraria.
Yeah.
it's fun, but it's bullshit the amount of wikis you have to open up for that. It is a game that I swear it was made just to farm ads on wiki pages. There's no other reason why it's that complicated.
Yeah.
But no, it's honestly, it's so good. Definitely makes me want to play more JRPGs, but sad that I know that not all of them can be that
you've
good.
hit like the peak.
Yeah.
You know.
It's like same with anime when you start it and you start having to watch like Domestic Girlfriend and stuff.
Wait,
You're
but
like,
you still haven't played Earthbound.
No, I haven't played Earthbound.
That's your next one.
Earthbound seems like a completely different vibe.
It is a completely different vibe, but I think just
Isn't it long?
That's when you hit like the peak and then you're just like, oh, I should stop watching shit like Monogatari now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That is the Monogatari.
This is just
That
a
is the
ploy.
Monogatari.
This is just a ploy for me to turn Connor more into me.
Yeah,
You've
that's what you're doing.
you've watched Attack on Titan, Jujutsu Kaisen, Death Note.
Yeah.
Why not just try weirdo shit?
Yeah, just
now?
try like Wolf's Rain and like Serial Experiments Lane. Just like give them a go. I'm sure you'll like them.
Yeah, I mean, and Pete's JRPG pilling me. He's always just talking to me about the ones he loves. He's played like every JRPG ever.
Yeah.
You name something, you're like, oh yeah, I love the 39 combat system in that one. That's great. It's like, what the? What did you? How have you played all these games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess he didn't put 1,000 hours into Call of Duty like I did. So
Yeah,
I really
yeah.
wish I had that time
Well,
back.
it's like I said I would go through like a JRPG grind like about 2 years ago or something on like Trash Taste, where I'm like, I want to play more video games. I haven't stopped playing JRPGs because I'm like, they just keep coming out, and I don't
especially
have time
earlier
to play
this
them.
year.
They've been remaking a ton as well.
Yeah, I just finished Persona 3 Reload as well.
Goated.
And that was very, very good. But okay, here's the thing. Playing Persona 3 Reload made me appreciate how many improvements they made for Persona 5.
Yeah.
Because I think Persona 3 Reload has my favorite story and the best cast. But oh my god, the gameplay became a drag after a while. Holy fucking shit.
when they decided to change it from the procedurally generated dungeons to the actual
get
palaces.
procedurally generated shit out of my face, man.
The palaces
Unless-
were just so much more of a refreshing
Yeah.
way to explore the map for sure.
Yeah.
I like, as much as I love like Persona 3 and Persona 4 in a sense that did something similar, I was just like, damn, the palaces just made things so much better in Persona 5.
Yeah.
It wasn't even close.
It's
Yeah.
procedurally generated in Persona 3.
Persona
Yeah.
3, yeah. Every floor is like
Every floor.
procedurally
And there's 100 and what?
No, no, no.
200 floors.
is over 200 floors. I guess that's like a slight spoiler because I was like, okay, I'm getting to like I'm floor 50, so I'm
How
like,
long does a floor take to beat?
It depends how long you want to explore it for.
Yeah.
But at most like 5 minutes maybe.
yeah. So it's not too long.
It's
but,
it's small. Each
but
floor is
it's
small.
just so many fucking floors, and after a while they do change up the aesthetic a little bit, but at the same time,
but it's like every like 80 floors they change
yeah,
it.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
yeah.
See, that's just like, I think 100 hours is just too much. Like
Yeah.
30 hours felt like the perfect amount of commitment where I was
Yeah.
like, I'm super pumped. But I know people who really like those games are like, fucking 300 hours. Hell yeah. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what?
I think Persona 3 Reload took me about 50 hours. But that's because like I've already played the game and I knew
Yeah.
the storylines, like the story
it
tempos
took,
and
it
stuff
took me
like that.
like 70 hours, I think.
But you know what's now pissed me off with
What?
JRPG fans is that you beat their game, it's not enough. You got to
No,
get every
no,
ending.
it's
Of
You
course.
gotta
never enough.
And they're like, yeah, but you got to sink in like another 70 to get all the endings. I'm like, no, I don't.
If you
I don't
did it
need
100% of JRPG, did you even play it?
Dude, they're so insufferable. Like, can't I just play the fucking game?
Yeah, right.
It's, I mean, they're like what like the COD gamers are to mobile gamers. Like, you're not a real gamer. You're not a real gamer. You're not saying slurs and getting headshots. You're not a real gamer. It's like, god damn it, I beat your game.
Yeah.
I didn't play your game because I didn't want to reset and redo shit I've already done for just
Yeah.
a fucking YouTube video worth of difference in ending that I could have watched in 5 minutes anyway.
Actually,
fuck off.
you didn't enjoy it the
Enough,
right way.
yeah, yeah.
You didn't enjoy
Yeah.
it the right way.
You didn't enjoy
You
it the
enjoyed
right
it your own way, which actually just isn't the right way. You're meant to enjoy it this way.
There's a canon way of enjoying it, apparently, according to the JRPG
It's
fans.
just like, what? Like, I mean, Chrono Trigger is fucking amazing. Just,
so
just
good.
so good. At least I got a pretty good ending, and people were very happy. And I was
Okay.
like, guys, I'm not gonna do the other endings because this is gonna take too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get the same level of enjoyment from watching the YouTube video.
That's fine, man. That's fine.
I didn't realize there were multiple endings. How many endings are there?
I'm not sure.
There's quite a few.
I mean, there's certain things you can do along the way that do change the game. Normally,
Okay.
to be fair, it seems to be they're all near the end of the game. So if you did want to redo it, you just have to go back to a certain save.
Yeah.
But there's some really cool things. And again, I didn't know anything about the game. So there were certain things that happened in the game that I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
There's some plot twists in that game that to this day are like, whoa.
They're still afraid to do it. They're still afraid to do it in video games, do what they did back then. They've gone too soft. They're scared to take away stuff from you.
Yeah.
It's so good, though. I wish I could go back and just
Replay it
play
again?
all of Chrono Trigger 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait, they didn't make it anymore. Fuck!
Oh no.
I mean, they did
And
Chrono.
it's like, no, don't tell me that. Don't fucking tell me that they made Chrono Cross or whatever it was.
Yeah, Chrono
I hate when
Cross.
people tell me this shit. Like, no, it's not
What
the
is-
same, and
what
you
is
know
the
it's not
lore
the same.
behind Chrono Cross?
I mean, it's the problem is when you get into like the Chrono Cross stuff,
Yeah.
it just becomes so convoluted that I don't think anyone knows.
No, they know. It's like Final Fantasy people when they're like, "Are you gonna play Advent?" No, I'm not gonna play Advent Children. No, stop asking me. I'm not going to play these things.
Yeah.
I want to have free time and hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
I'm playing the game. It's just not enough for you.
No, you don't need free time as a JRPG player.
That is your
Yeah.
free time.
That
Play
is
JRPGs.
free time. That is
I like
free
having
time.
friends, though.
Yeah.
I like hanging out with my friends.
Fair enough.
I like drinking beer with the boys. I don't have time to do this.
We could be playing JRPGs.
We could be doing
right
this
now.
while playing JRPGs.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
crazy. I got on a flight and now I'm recording 2 podcast episodes and I'm going to have a meeting. And the same amount of time, I could have done like 1 mission in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. You know what I mean? Like,
I
it's
still need to play Final Fantasy VII.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like,
Have you
it's
played it?
actually unhinged.
Rebirth?
Yeah.
Yeah, I finished it. I 100%ed it actually.
Oh my god,
Is it
that must have
good?
been hell. Because I heard how much side shit there was to do in that.
Yeah, that's the problem. Okay, so the reason why I think the remake was probably better than Rebirth is because like I think they did too much padding out in Rebirth with a lot of like side quest
Rebirth's the
stuff.
first one, right?
Rebirth's the second
Remake
one.
is the first one.
Oh, so you think the first one's better than
I think the first one's better than the second one.
Do you think
That is not the first time I've heard someone say that. Too.
Yeah, I think most people who played both games can agree that the second one, I mean, you know, the story points, like the main story points in Rebirth are like great, you know, like
Yeah.
great Final Fantasy storytelling, and like the cinematics are fucking insane. But like they put in so much side stuff that at the end of the day is not necessary at all for the most part to actually complete the game and have an enjoyable time. But the one side thing that they did add to Rebirth, which I thought at first I was like, this is dumb as shit, but then by the end of it I was like, I am obsessed. Is they created a card game called Queen's Blood.
Okay.
And it's like it's this really interesting like system where like I'm sure Square Enix is probably eventually going to turn into like an actual physical like TCG, because everyone who played it in Rebirth was just like at first they were like, what is this shit?
yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
This isn't
they got
fighting
good.
monsters and leveling up. But then by the end of it, everyone was like, all right, I got to optimize my deck and like beat these side characters to get the better cards and shit like that. Like
okay,
it basically
okay.
turned like kind of Yu-Gi-Oh-esque
yeah.
into it. Like after like it took me about maybe 80 90 hours to 100% it, but the first like
That's it. I've heard people put like 120 hours.
but like I've like min-maxed that shit
Okay,
like
okay.
crazy. Like I was
Okay.
like I want to 100% it, but I don't want to spend like 200 hours doing this because
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
other games to play and other shit to do. So I was just like min-maxing that shit by looking it up.
Yeah.
And also I just got really fucking good at Queen's Blood, where I'm just like.
Nah, I beat you.
It's like, nah, I'd win.
Nah.
Yeah, but that side quest, the Queen's Blood shit was so good. But then there are other ones that were just like whatever, like, you know, just fucking like there was a segment where it's like every town you went to, there was a piano there, and like you had to get Tifa to like do basically like a rhythm game type of thing to like play every song in the game and
That
stuff.
sounds so annoying.
Yeah, it was just like, I'll just do it just because I'm already this far
Is
in. But
the story completely different now by the point in this game?
story segments are different. I don't want to give too much away, obviously, but
Like
it is
completely
not.
different or reworked, because those are like two different things.
So, because I know in the first one they kind of went off course.
Yeah, it's basically, I think I saw somewhere that like Nomura was like, it's set in a different timeline.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, where it's like, it's just as canon as the original, but it's just in a different timeline. And I'm like, okay, all right, yeah, you're really
So-
trying to save your
Yeah,
ass
yeah,
right
yeah.
here with
You
this
can't say
shit.
it's just as canon. You can have your fucking cake and eat it. Man.
Yeah,
Pick
yeah,
which
yeah.
one's
Yeah, but
the
this is
canon.
Nomura. He doesn't know what the word
I know.
canon means.
It's true.
But no, it was good, and I'm looking forward to the third game when it comes out
Do
in
you think it
2027.
holds up to the original? Or do you think it's kind
it's
of a
hard.
different product at this
But
point?
I have a really soft spot for the original, obviously, because I like grew up with it.
Yeah.
But if you've never played the original 7, I think the remakes
It was a good way to experience it.
is still a great experience. Like
Yeah.
all the best parts about like the cast of characters and everything is like I think just as good and just as well explored as the original. But you don't get like that magic of the original. But then again, it's hard to like convince like, you know, a 15-year-old kid today who's like used to like god tier graphics in video games to go back to the fucking egg beater hand cloud in, you know, PS1 graphics, right? Like it's difficult. So like I think they did a good move on the remakes.
Yeah.
And apparently they're remaking 9 as well, from what I heard.
I think, isn't it been like rumored for ages? And 10 has been rumored
Yeah,
for
and
ages.
10. But 10's been remade remastered so many
Yeah,
times.
but remastered is, I mean, that
yeah.
means they just run it through like the thing that goes like
Yeah,
up
they,
graphics.
they
Yeah.
just run it through like an AI filter that upscales it, basically. You know,
Okay, I mean, obviously not all of them do that. People are
yeah.
gonna be like, well, actually, but like a lot of the
Yeah.
times they're just like smooth.
Yeah.
It's smooth.
But also the
and it
original
runs
10
better.
and 10 2 still look amazing to this day.
Yeah, I gotta
They
play
look
it.
great.
I gotta play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks because then now I've played 2 Final Fantasies and Chrono Trigger, and I'm trying to get through it. I'm trying to play the other Final Fantasies that I want to play.
What's the next one you want to play? 10?
I'm kind of torn between either 9, 10, or 6.
Yeah.
Everyone's like 6 is the greatest of all time, but I know that people just aren't going to be into 6 as much as they will be into 10.
If you're going to stream it, 6 might be difficult. Yeah.
But
I
say
mean, 6 is my favorite, but yeah.
I mean, Chrono Trigger, like, I think
That's just the perfect, I think, length, honestly. Like a JRPG like Chrono Trigger. It's like
6 is like 10.
6 is like probably an average playthrough would be like 80 hours.
What?
It's a long game.
80.
Is it that long?
It's like 70,
No,
80 hours.
it's not.
It can
I
be.
gotta look at that. I always use how long to beat, and it's normally pretty accurate actually.
I mean, if you-
Howlongtobeat.com.
Yeah, how long to beat.com?
That's how I normally plan my streams out.
yeah.
What does howlongtobeat.com say about 6? Let's
Yeah,
see.
because like if a game is like 20 hours, that's a completely different commitment to me than a 12 hour game. Because that means
Yeah.
now I have to like do 2 separate streams. But like, not I'm a streamer, so I pay attention to this stuff. But Chrono Trigger, when I was playing like 8 and 7, I had really, really good viewership. When I was playing Chrono Trigger, it was a lot less. So I think a lot of people were like less into it.
I mean, it's hard.
Just interested to know.
It's hard to get people to watch JRPGs or just like
I don't know. I think there's a way to do it. I think like
Okay, how long to beat is saying main story, not including side quests, is
I knew that
34
shit.
hours.
oh, that's pretty good.
Okay.
That
That's 2
doesn't
streams.
seem right.
Like what I've noticed about playing like story-based games is that the game better be an absolute classic that everyone
Oh, yeah,
has to
You
have
can't
played.
play some like brand new JRPG that like is kind of
No.
not like the biggest shit
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah. Like even Persona, I don't think is big enough
Oh, no,
of a
no,
brand
no, I
to
don't.
like stream.
I wouldn't stream
like
Persona.
pretty much it's just Final Fantasy,
Yeah.
that I can
Yeah.
think of actually pulling in like view numbers.
I mean, for me, it's great because I just get to like play a game that I'm kind of trying to get into, and it's like, all right, I think we just get to call it work. but I secretly just want to play Chrono Trigger. I want to just hang out and play Chrono Trigger for 9 hours.
I'm just glad you enjoyed it.
Dude, I mean, how
be
can I
honest.
not? I think if you didn't enjoy Chrono Trigger, you have a
You're not a gamer.
you got a dent in your head.
Damn.
Honestly, I mean, it's like so good. How
it
can
is
you
good.
not?
Yeah.
I really loved it. I got to find more games to play.
Earthbound, bro. Play Earthbound. Play Earthbound.
Who's gonna watch Earthbound?
I'm replaying Mother 3
This
on
is the problem.
Twitch,
Because the more
Twitch right
JRPGs
now.
I play, the more weird people come into my comments being like, "You got to play this JRPG
Blue
that I've
Dragon.
never heard of."
Play Blue
No, I'm not
Dragon.
playing Blue Dragon. I already did that once. I made my mistake. I 100% of that, by the way.
Play Dragon Quest 11.
No, you're worse than them now, Joe.
That's good though.
I'm not doing any of these.
It's so good.
I'm not doing any. I'm not doing this. Okay?
You should try a Tales game.
Not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Not
I did.
Trails,
I
Tales.
paid.
Yeah, not Trails.
I
It's
paid
Tales.
Tales.
Bazaria, whatever it's called.
Berseria.
Yeah, but
that's
Berseria
shit.
sucked.
Did I get the title right?
Yeah.
Oh, shit,
Berseria.
nice.
Berseria
That's the one
sucks,
with the
though.
edgy.
Would have been great before I put 15 hours in that game and fucking passed out of
Berseria-
boredom.
Berseria-
That's the one with the edgy chick, right?
Berseria
Yeah.
is the Akame Kill of Tales games. It is.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, it's not as bad as like Zesteria, but it's not the highlight of
No.
the
Alright,
Tales
well,
series.
you can blame my German friend who told me to play that one, and I kind of got bored.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it
I
was- it
didn't
was a
even
fun-
finish Berseria.
I remember I had fun with it, but you know when you like there was nothing wrong with it, but when I turned off the game, went to bed, there was nothing in my brain that was like booted up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Nothing stuck with you.
Yeah.
But like I wasn't like bored playing
Yeah.
it, right? But there's nothing that made me think that I have to play this
I
game.
actually,
Yeah.
do you know the only reason I finished that game?
Why?
Is because I streamed that game. And this was before I had like a stream.
That's why.
like-
That's why I hate streaming games. They're super long. Because like, what if I do one stream? All people are going to ask me is when am I going to finish it? Even
yeah.
though like
Yeah.
half the viewers don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
There'll be like 10 people that are like, "Hey, when are you finishing Tales of Berseria? When are you finishing that? When are you finishing?" Like, I'm not. It sucked. Okay, it sucked. What are you going to do? All right. No one liked it. No one watched. You didn't show up. You watched the VOD. Okay.
Yeah.
You just want to see the highlights, of
Yeah,
the
exactly.
story.
But there's, I mean, I like that because I like. It's also like a fun challenge because on the second channel we're doing, we've been like, we uploaded like the whole 7 stream into one.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of fun tackling how do you make 40 hours into like an hour to 2 hour video that's really like fun,
Yeah.
Yeah.
engaging, and that's always a fun challenge. And I love uploading those videos.
You say it's a fun challenge, but Are you?
It's
are
not
you
a
the one-
it's not a challenge for you. It's,
It's
a
not a
challenge for
challenge for
Mudan.
you.
No, Mudan. Okay, Mudan sends me like the video, and then I sit there for like 2 hours and like going through it and chopping it down. Actually, that one was actually very helpful because the editor was a Final Fantasy nerd.
Okay.
which
Oh,
helps
yeah.
so much
Okay.
because normally,
So
like,
they knew immediately where all the good parts
yeah,
were.
because
Yeah.
like when we did like Fear and Hunger. Mudan was like, I don't know what the fuck this is. So he just did a bunch of stuff, and I'll get like a double the length video that what actually makes it, and then I'll normally OBS screen record me watching the draft,
Yeah.
and then give live notes, and then add voiceover live,
Right.
and so then he just gets this 2 hour, like 3 hour
That
video.
sounds like the most cancerous, like way to like go.
No,
about
it's the best
I've
way
ever
of doing
seen
it.
of in my life.
No, because if I have to write down notes, this video is never getting made.
Right.
So if I can just go online on the thing, record the voiceover while I'm doing the notes, it's like, oh, he can just go through it. And it's a really great system to like get, because we're going through like 2 videos a week. Some of these videos are 3 hours long. We got to like find a better system than writing notes. It takes too long.
Writing notes does not take too long.
It takes so fucking long.
What is? How
well,
does
no,
it take?
you can say that because you write
You
scripts.
write a bunch. You write a bunch.
You write a bunch.
You write scripts. For me, it's like, okay, if I'll pause, like we'll be like 10 minutes in, I'll be like, okay, cut this from this timestamp to this timestamp, and I'm gonna record a voiceover right now. Put this voiceover in right here instead, and then they just cut it out.
Have you ever used Frame.io?
No, I gotta start using that though. That'd help a lot.
That's literally just like you.
I don't want to write. I want to talk. Okay.
Spoken like a true YouTuber.
I'm looking to verbalize because I'm also recording the voiceover, right? With the Frame.io, like there are these tools that they've made that it's like imagine a YouTube video, but like you can make annotations on it on like a timestamp.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
very
yeah.
helpful.
Yeah.
I think when you're working in a big team, but because it's just literally just me and Mudan, like we're doing a video right now where like the first draft is 5 hours. So that video process was like, because it's for this game called Void Stranger that I played. It's like it's Finnish, so that's how you already know.
Okay.
It's weird.
Okay.
Right.
But it's like a mess of a story when you play it like in one go. Really interesting and like a really like compelling game. But to kind of present it as a YouTube video, it requires so much fucking work. And I don't expect the editor to have put 50 hours into it like I have, because like that's ridiculous. So he'll edit like I mean, this one's like way more complicated, but we'll have like people writing notes to send to the editor of like all the key moments to put in. And then we'll start fleshing it out with each moment. It's a nightmare.
This episode is sponsored by MeUndies.
Guys, I'm not the only one who wears underwear, right?
Oh yeah, I am actually wearing underwear.
Okay.
Well, you're probably wearing boring, non-exciting underwear.
How did you know?
That's where MeUndies is going to come in and change your life.
From all black classics to fun, expressive prints, MeUndies has a look for everyone. Plus, they come in sizes extra small all the way up to 4XL, guaranteeing a flattening cut for everybody.
But guys, did you know that MeUndies isn't just about underwear? You can explore their lounge collection featuring joggers, hoodies, onesies, and more.
MeUndies' signature fabric is as soft as a warm hug from your favorite
Look
sweater.
at this, look at this. I shouldn't be putting this on my face, but
I wore those. Those are my
oh, it's this. Oh, imagine how this feels down there, guys.
Well, don't worry, Garnt, because it's also breathable, stretchy, and mega comfy, making it ideal for all-day wear.
My crotch will never have felt so good in my life. God, that sounds bad out of context.
Garnt, luckily for you, they use sustainably sourced materials and work with partners that care for their workers.
And if you're not happy with your first pair, well, don't worry. It's not on you. It's on me. Undies.
MeUndies, not Garnt. So what are you waiting for? Good things come in big packages at MeUndies. Get 20% off your first order plus free shipping. MeUndies.com/trash. That's MeUndies.com/trash with 20% off plus free shipping. MeUndies, comfort from outside in.
Back to the episode.
I know what you play next. I got it.
Okay, well.
Perfect. Finish Nier Automata. That's actually that's actually perfect stream content.
Finish?
Yeah.
Finish Nier
'Cause
Automata.
I remember you said like you tried it and then you like couldn't get past the
I thought
tutorial.
you meant like I thought you meant like there was a Finnish, like the language Finnish version of the game. Like there was a Finnish version.
Like a bunch of people in Finland
they remade Nier, but really fucked up
Specifically
in
the
Finnish.
fucked up version of Nier
Dude, if
Automata.
a bunch of Finnish people remade Nier and added all the bunch of the Finnish quirks, I'd be down. No, yeah, I got so pissed. So I think we spoke about this before on the podcast.
Yeah,
I was
we
so
did.
fucking pissed off that I died 30 minutes into this tutorial.
Yeah.
And for some reason, they make you restart the whole fucking tutorial.
Yeah.
That's,
Why do they do that?
Because Yoko Tara's a troll,
Yeah,
bro.
honestly, I think it's perfect because number one, it is really fucking popular. Number two, there's so many weird moments in it that it's just going to get so many good reactions.
How long is the game?
There's 26 endings, bro.
That's fucked.
No,
That's fucked, Joey.
No, but
That's fucked up that you would say that.
There's 26 endings, but 21,
Well, let's
22
check
of
canon,
them,
right? That's
let's-
21
let's-
canon,
No,
right?
21,
check.
22
How long
of
to be
them.
right now? How long to be?
Let's check. How
21
long
or
to be?
22 of them are meme endings. So they're just like you do a certain thing and it says like game over and it shows the ending, but like you can go
He's
back
the guy
to
that
the
loves
previous
porn,
save.
right?
Huh?
He loves porn, right?
Well, he loves near porn, yeah.
How long to
tight.
beat Nier Automata? About 21 hours.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nier
Is
Automata
that all three endings? This is where it gets
Is that just the
confusing.
A ending?
What do you mean by that?
Okay, so Nier Automata, there's like an A end. So basically,
I know
I said
there's, like-
26 endings because all of the endings are named after letters in the alphabet,
Yeah.
right? So there's an A ending, which is like basically the first part of the game, and then it goes into the B part of the story. And then you do the
Right.
B ending, and then it
Right.
goes into the next part of the story.
Right.
And from there, to get the final ending, there's either a C ending or a D ending. So in reality,
he's complicating this. You know, there's like different characters in Nier.
Yeah.
So the
I know
first-
there's like A2 and B2. Right?
Yeah, yeah. So
2B.
so
no, there's A2, 9S.
you're 2B.
2B.
Okay. So
there's A2.
first you play as the girl, the one
2B.
everyone's thirsting over,
she's hot.
and then you finish the storyline,
Uh-huh.
and then you restart the story through a completely different perspective. So although like you're replaying it, what you're really doing is getting a different perspective of the same story, but you're getting so
It's like a
much
Quentin
more.
Tarantino
This is why he's a YouTuber, man. He
Yeah.
just tricked me into thinking that it sounded good. And
Yeah,
you
yeah.
made-
It is
and
good
you
though.
and you
Yeah.
explained to me that it sounded boring.
Yeah.
Sorry,
so,
I'm a JRPG fan.
You're like, actually, there are 21 endings. I'm like, what the fuck?
So what people mean when they say there's three different endings,
Right.
what they really mean is you get to the ending of the story three different times,
Right,
but
right,
through
right.
three different perspectives. And each time you get a new perspective, it adds more to your understanding of the story.
Okay, that makes more
And
sense.
the remaining ones are all meme endings that Yoko Taro threw in just to troll the player.
Right, right.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, I'm down. I also just love the weird games. Like, I think indie games are doing some really crazy stuff right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's, and it happened for a long time. They're really cool. And I just love that there's just this. Yeah, when we played that game, Void Stranger was telling you about, I can't recommend it. It's
one?
brutal. Void Stranger.
Oh.
It's a Sokoban type game.
Okay.
What the fuck is that?
It means Japanese means like warehouse keeper. Is that what it means?
Sokoban?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's-
Warehouse keeper.
It's like you move blocks. You know those iPhone-esque games where you like move the
Wait,
blocks
hold
to
on.
get out?
Let me see this game. What's it called?
Void Stranger.
Void Stranger.
And it basically tells a story kind of the same way. Like you beat the game. Oh, beat the game, and then like
Oh
you play
yes,
as
I
another
have
character.
seen this.
And like when I played it, there was like one YouTube video out about it that kind of explained the story.
Yeah.
And there's the longest video that
that.
explains the story. Yeah.
Oh, that one.
I have seen this. I've been wanting to play this actually.
The guy, this is, I knew I had to play it when the longest, like the 1 hour explainer video opens up with, so I haven't beaten the game yet, but here's what I think of the story so far. And I was like, oh, okay, I got to try this. And it was
Did you finish it?
Man, I think I did. Because like you have to understand, like the game is so, like, it's literally just Steam forums where people are collecting information.
Right.
There's no like one giant base of information that explains everything neatly.
Okay.
It's all just like snippets from different forums.
There's no like game fact of it or anything.
People have made guides on how to beat certain levels, which is very helpful because some puzzles are very tough. But there's no like cohesive, and every single time I read a different story analysis, they're all wildly different.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like very confused about what the actual point
All right,
was.
continue talking. I'm going to go piss, but I have a feeling I'm going to piss a lot, so I'll take a piss
Because you're
break.
drinking Biru.
Yeah.
But it was cool. I think it's a very Joey game, but also, dude, it's so troll because you like.
Wait, what makes it a me game?
Whoa!
Ah.
It's just tedious, but that's how you get the story. God's gone.
Wait, why does that
You-
make it a me
You know
game?
what? You know what's so fucked about this game? So John's playing it too. Because I actually, when I found out about this game, I messaged John and I was
Yeah.
like, John, this looks like a John game. And John goes,
John and I do like the same game.
yeah. John goes, actually, I'm 15 hours in. And I was like, okay. And I was like, do you think it'd be a good stream game? He was like, I don't think so.
Right.
And he was absolutely right. It was a terrible stream game.
Yeah.
It was impossible for viewers to keep up what was going on because I was playing it and I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Right.
So, and I had a call with John about like a month ago, and John had put about 40 hours in this game. And I'll just say this. Me and John, with 40 hours in the game, were basically playing a different game.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because there's like some pieces of information that are so crucial for certain things and very easy to miss.
Oh, I love the sound of that.
And
that does sound like a me game.
but the problem is that if you miss certain things, the next 40 hours become absolute pain.
What do you mean?
Right.
In this game,
Yeah.
like it's a knowledge based game, aka games that there's no levels, there's no XP, there's no kind
It's
of.
about how much you know about the game.
It's purely about your knowledge of the game.
Sure.
And so having that pretty much is the entire game.
Yeah.
So it's honestly it's as well at some points it's impossible to do without a guide.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There was like one or two puzzles where I kind of understood what it wanted me to do, and without a guide I just couldn't do it. Even though we had like I had live consultations with viewers, like we were all going through it trying to brainstorm how to solve this puzzle, and no one could figure it out. And then I looked at the solution, I was like, fuck you, man, it's fucking stupid. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah. That
You'd
sounds
like it.
awful.
I love that.
Oh my god.
And it's by a Finnish.
Is it only? Wait, hold on.
You
is it
just
only on
like
Steam?
love Finnish games now because they
Dude,
like torture you.
You gotta know something about Finnish game devs. Something's going wrong in Finland. I don't know what's wrong in Finland, but for some reason it makes these amazing game devs that make just the coolest, most fucked
Because
up.
everyone forgets about them compared to the other Scandinavian countries,
Maybe. I think it's because
including us on our tour, by the way.
and like, a worrying amount of Finnish games have suicide as an ability in the game. So I don't know what's going on in Finland, but they're just so cool and creative in a way that allows them to like just really make these like really interesting experiences.
The first thing I find when I type in Boyd Gaze on Google is a PC Gamer article that says, a seemingly innocent puzzle game is hiding what might be the most subversive fourth wall breaking adventure since Undertale.
I think
That's a big claim.
I'd say, yeah, it's got like a good. It's like it does make me feel similarly, but I feel that the one thing that Undertale did so well was it gave you a lot of options, but it always directed you on a path to find something out.
Yeah.
Problem with this game is you could literally be in a loop and find nothing out.
God damn.
And like there'd be times where I would need to go and find a certain piece of information, but it would require me restarting the run and then going to do like 50 levels of puzzles to get one piece of information. That wouldn't help much. Or it could be
That sounds like hell. That sounds like torture.
Absolutely,
That
it's
sounds
fucking
like
hell.
torture.
Absolutely, it's fucking
You're just
hell.
looking for another, what's it called?
Good YouTube video.
No. Fear and Hunger.
Yeah.
You're looking for another Fear and Hunger.
He's updating it. So the second game's going to get a huge update with extra. I'm so pumped. I love those games. The more I play other games, the more I realize how fucking goated Fear and Hunger is. How fucking good it is. What a fucking cool world.
You're just a fucking masochist.
No, I just think like I've never had a horror game that's like got to me like that. I just don't know how to explain it. It's so good. I'm a simp.
I mean, I've seen John's video. He's fully sold me on it.
Yeah.
I want to
But
make a
I
video.
also, at the same time, am terrified to start it.
No, you can start it. It's not that hard. It's hard. It's long. It's not that long.
No, but it's not even that. It's the fact that like John posted, John, by the way, Super Eye Patch Wolf. Subscribe if you don't know him.
I've had him on the show.
The way John described it in his video was so compelling, and I'm like, wow, this
John's always
sounds
good at doing that.
Oh, he's amazing at that. But he did it in such a good way where it's like, God damn, I want to experience this game for myself. But he made it sound absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
So much so that it almost didn't. I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
I just like those types of pieces of media. You know, sometimes you just like experiencing stuff vicariously through other people.
Totally.
And watching Connor streams, watching John's videos, I'm like, all right, that's a good experience.
Yeah,
I feel like
that was.
I
yeah.
basically
I feel
played it.
like I played the game.
But now,
you know?
now that I got to, because at that time when I streamed it was literally like the day after John released that video.
Yeah.
And the reason why I played Fear and Hunger was because I saw that John released the video and I watched about a minute and I was like, all right, what, fuck it. I was gonna play something else that day.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna stream this game all day today. And I thought it was gonna be unshowable on Twitch because I had to download some weird mod just to censor it.
Oh, yeah,
so I
yeah,
could
yeah.
stream it. And whenever I watch YouTube videos, people showing the actual dicks and stuff, I'm like, oh my god, yeah, I forgot it looks like this.
Yeah.
Because I've only ever played it with the fucking pine cones covering the dick. It was at a time where people didn't know a lot about this game. It was so kind of like, if you hadn't watched John's video, you hadn't heard about this game.
Yeah.
So getting to experience that firsthand with no one in the viewership able to spoil it was so cool.
Yeah.
Well,
Because it was literally just I got to share a first time experience with like 10,000 other people. And we
Yeah.
were all constantly in shock of like what this game was throwing at us.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm constantly chasing that high now. And I can't find it.
Yeah, I mean that's I pretty much have never experienced that when I'm streaming a game
It's the
because
best feeling
by the
ever.
time I stream a game, even if it's like something like fucking Among Us or
Yeah.
Lethal Company, by the time I play the game, I feel like everyone's already optimized.
Every inch of it has been covered.
Every inch of it has
Everyone's
been
sweating.
covered. Everyone has optimized
Yeah.
the shit out of this, and I'm
Yeah.
like, well,
The magic's
and,
gone.
and
Yeah.
even more so with like the second game, like it's a completely different setting, different story, different characters, and it had even less videos about it. There's like when I'd beaten Fear and Hunger, played it, and then I wanted to try the second one. I was really scared because the first one was so tough that I was like, I don't know how to beat this. So I looked online. I was like, is there any like beginner advice they recommend taking? And there was like nothing. There's literally like 2 videos about the game that were like kind of big. Shout out to Wormgirl. Those videos are great. But there was pretty much no videos kind of telling you how to progress through the game, which is so cool because the game was so fucking hard, but really rewarding when you figured it out.
yeah.
And then they recently patched the thing that I did to like beat the game. I found there was this OP.
You found an exploit?
There was an OP strat where you could like lifesteal, and then when you went down to like, it was a whole combo of things. Basically, you couldn't die.
Right.
And then he patched it out of the game. So
Damn.
I'm scared to replay it
Yeah.
because I only beat it abusing that. So I'm like, I don't want to go back and show that I'm a little bitch boy who didn't play it. But I really want to replay it again.
Yeah.
Dude, you miss the OG days of like no internet and like having to buy
Yeah, dude.
strategy
Hell yeah.
guides,
Hell yeah.
which
I miss
which-
strategy guys.
I was talking about this with a friend the other day when we went to like a retro gaming bar, and we were just talking about like we were playing this like old NES Transformer game called Mystery of Convoy, and it's like it's considered like it's like a cult classic as like one of the most difficult NES games ever made. And I was like playing through it, and we were just talking about like how like people can beat this now because like people
know,
have figured
yeah.
out like
Yeah,
strats
yeah.
and like they've spent the 20-30 years since the game came out to like really just like tear this game apart and like figure out all the exploits and
Yeah.
stuff. But like I remember like back when I was growing up where like the whole like for example like OG Pokemon game of like the Mew under the truck rumor, right? Like
yeah.
or like
that was so fun when
that
you
shit
like,
was fun as fuck.
all the information had to be spread verbally.
Yeah. And
your mate had heard this rumor that
Yeah.
if you do this in the game,
And then
get-
you'd gather to your friend's place and be
Yeah.
like, let's see if it's true. And like
Yeah.
you'd run at the wall 100 times to like just find that one, make sure to to find out if it's like an actual rumor or not,
Yeah.
and just like that level of mystique I definitely miss
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
like so many things that
Because
I
now
like.
you can like, even if it's the game that's like the hardest game, you can literally just pull up a YouTube video in 2 minutes and find a speed run of someone
Yeah,
demolishing
totally.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, but I remember like back in the arcade days, like I used to play Metal Slug all the time. I was addicted to it. Like I remember I punched a French kid over it, but I'd gotten so good at it because it was the only game I'd ever play.
Right.
That whenever like kids were playing it, I'd be like, I can help you out. Let me show you how to do it.
You were like the king of the arcades back then,
Yeah,
like
'cause
when
then
you had that knowledge.
I remember I would like just convince because I was so addicted to playing it. I would just
Yeah.
convince these French kids to let me have one of the credits.
Right.
I'd be like, let me show you how it's done. Let me join in.
Yeah.
And then like, especially with like Metal Slug 3, which is such a bullshit game.
game's
If you ever
hard as
played Metal
fuck.
Slug series, you'll know Metal Slug 3 is fucked. At least the first 4 levels I was pretty good at to do without dying.
I remember that was one of the first games I played with you.
Yes, because I used to play Metal Slug X, and I used to do a thing as a kid. Metal Slug 1, 2 was kind of tough, but Metal Slug 1 and X, I used to redo. I'd go with the arcade, and I would beat it all in 1 credit.
Damn.
Wow.
And it was great because then my all I would have to do is ask my parents for £1
Yeah.
or €1,
Right.
and then I would last for
It's
like
like
an hour.
hours of fun.
It's like
Yeah.
an hour because I would beat the whole game on one credit. And I'd be
Damn.
like, this is fucking tight.
What a god game.
Same thing with Time Crisis as well.
Yeah.
I played Time Crisis so much that, especially the first one, I can do it. I don't, I'm not sure if I can still can do it now, but I can definitely do it in like 2 credits.
Right.
I think.
Damn.
Or like
Well,
one. Or 2 lives, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because there's always this, you know, it's especially nowadays.
No,
I feel
tell
like,
the other kids I'm like, do this. He's gonna pop up right here. Sorry.
yeah, because you know, back when we were kids, if you completed a video game, there were some certain video games where it was like a badge
like,
of
yeah, you were like the
honor.
coolest
Even
kid.
if it was like something like Pokemon, you know, like you know, even like some of the most mainstream games. But now game design has gone to a place where it's just like, okay,
Soft.
okay,
They've gone accessible.
So there's 2 Did you hear like Sony are releasing like a what's an autoplay function or something? Or
Well,
like,
they patented it, right?
yeah, they patented
autoplay.
it like an autoplay function for like certain video games.
Okay.
And got fucking clowned on like to like.
It's like they're pretending that like mobile games haven't had this for ages.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. And you know, I can see like 2 camps into it, right?
Joe's gonna be peeing a lot. I'm on this episode.
Yeah, we're going to be peeing a lot. I can see like 2 camps in it because, you know, at a certain point, a lot of gamers have grown up to be adults with lives and less free times. And sometimes you just want to like shut off and just like put inputs in and just experience the game.
Well, you want to watch a movie.
You want to...
I mean, I saw like the top comment in reply to I think the tweet about it was like the image of Conan playing God of War, the new one. Yeah. And he's like, I've been holding this controller for 45 minutes and I haven't put anything in. Because it's just all cutscenes, right?
Yeah. Well, it's okay. It's kind of like the trade-off. It's kind of like a trade-off. Not so much a movie, but it's the sense of achievement versus getting content that you paid money for. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of autoplay, should it be in games? Yeah, I'm down. I mean, it's accessibility, right? I think that, like, if you want to experience like a video game and for whatever reason you are physically or unable to input on a difficult moment or whatever, I think having more accessibility there is fantastic. And I think that Sony's been one of the companies, especially with the in-house games. Like I know the Last of Us series is really good with accessibility options. You can customize the shit out of that game. You can make it so like the characters are blobs, like red outlines.
Oh,
Like whatever kind of visual or physical impairment you have, you can make the game work for you. And in that sense, I'm really down for it. Yeah. So I think it's just a knee-jerk reaction to gamers hearing anything like less gaming. You're like, oh, they're trying to take games away. They're trying to take gaming away from us. They're trying to make movies.
and like also sometimes there is a point where you just like play a game or replay a game, and there's some sections that you're like, I do not want to play this. Look, when you force me to do a fucking stealth mission in an action game or a trading mission, give me the autoplay function.
Yeah, give me the skip function.
Yeah, because I am like there trying to speedrun it, and I immediately get like spotted, and I'm like,
we just got let's players are on like their career's ruined now if this comes out. There'll never be a let's player ever again. Walkthroughs have been changed.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
yeah, so like and you can argue, well, just make better game design, which I obviously I agree with. But
come on, game designers, get with it.
Well, it's like it's like if you ever watch a TV show,
Yeah.
and you watch. I don't know if you've ever done this. You want to watch you rewatch a TV show. You watch like 5 episodes of like episode 1 to 5, and then you're like, I'm gonna skip episode 6. I mean,
I've never done that.
or I've sped up through it because I've been like, this episode's kind of. And I'm sure I've already watched it,
right?
And I wanted to get to the point where I wanted to like.
I've actually It's not. I've not so much. I've sped up on it, but I'm like, can we just like get through this and get to the shit I actually care about? I actually felt that recently because I recently watched Invincible season 2.
What the fuck? What did you skip?
Huh?
What did you skip in Invincible season 2?
I didn't skip anything.
Oh, okay.
It was more of they were like, okay, so there's the storyline I care about.
Oh, yeah.
Which is like the Viltrumites, right?
Yeah.
Everything
You're
to
like
do with
the romance. You're like, stop.
everything to do with that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, this is the shit I care about. And then there are some like super villains that I'm like, are you really important? Are you?
Oh, you mean with like the lizard people? and
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah.
I mean, I think that the one thing that I've liked about Invincible is that I feel like they're doing a great job of like planting seeds.
Yeah.
Of like stuff that's gonna happen in a way that doesn't feel like they're like, look, something's gonna happen, guys. It's just little things happen where I feel like there's rippling consequences in this universe that I really jive with.
Yeah.
And I think that even stuff like that, not inconsequential, it helps really impact the characters in a way that changes them permanently, which I really like.
Yeah, I mean,
the romance, I kind of wish it wasn't as much, but I can appreciate what it's doing.
I know it's fun. Okay, I had this realization. Remember when I talked when we talked about, hey, I talked about I can't really get into Western or like live action romances.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortably like too much at times. I understand.
I think I've realized why. I think I've realized why I couldn't get into it. Okay, this might be a hot take. I think love is just like cringe.
Telling Sydney right now.
The one married man on the podcast
That's
says
so
this.
funny that you would use the word cringe.
All right.
Love is just objectively cringe. You know what? You probably all the gacha gamers probably just went like probably that meme where they go.
Yeah.
Like,
hold on, he's got a point now.
Let
Hold
me
on.
justify this. Like real love, like real
Because it's messy. It's messy.
It's messy. Okay.
Real love is messy. It's not clean. It's not easy. It's you have to fight for it. It's not fun to watch.
Okay. Even when we have, times when we have met our partners and shit like that, would you be able to go back through your original DMs
Fuck no.
originally like flirting, talking romantically with them, and not cringe the fuck out of?
Fuck no.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Hell
That's
no.
what I'm saying. Love is fucking cringe.
But women love that shit.
Romance is fucking cringe.
I don't think just women like romance.
No, women love going back at the old DMs and being like, you remember how cute you were back
Bro,
then? Yeah. At least Aki does. And I'm just like, please don't. Stop.
Oh, do you know what I discovered recently? Oh god.
Whoa. God, don't lean on the mic so much. Two beers in.
Sorry. But I found this document saved on like my Google Drive, and I'm like, what is this document? And it was old Skype logs of me and like Sydney talking back.
Where you saved the Skype logs?
Yeah, I saved the Skype log to when I confessed. Because
That's so cute.
Because at the time I was like, I'm gonna want to remember this.
Yeah.
And
That's actually so sweet. What the
yeah.
fuck?
But I was like, at the time, I was like, oh, I'm gonna want to remember this, and I do want to remember this, but I forgot that I'd saved it, and I was reading it, and I'm just like, I cannot get through this shit, man.
Very, very sweet. Would not want to read that.
Yeah, I'm like,
I've seen old like YouTube DM messages between like Aki and I back in the
Remember
day.
you message other YouTube channels?
Yeah, you remember when YouTube
yeah.
DMs was a thing? I've seen some of the old one and some of the old Skype logs, and I'm just like, I used XD way too much.
I was gonna say, like you.
There's an unhealthy amount of XD.
You go through your old messages and you like, okay, like back in the day, I use like the winky face sometimes, and I'm like,
well, winking is objectively a cringe act.
it is a cringe act.
No,
So
what's worse is the winky cat face.
the wink.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
The semicolon 3.
So your complaint is that you don't want to watch real romance because it's too messy.
It is messy. It is cringe, and even my own. Even though when you're flirting, there is a connection between you and the other person.
I mean, it's such a vulnerable thing.
Yeah, it's a very vulnerable
yeah.
thing. But viewed through a third person perspective, you watch two couples be a couple in their own private like home. You are cringe. Let's
Are you saying I'm cringe for watching Invincible and the
No.
Okay.
No, what I'm saying is, okay, let's say anyone who is going out right now or is married or has a couple right now, you when you are by yourself with your partner, no one else watching. Let's be real here.
Yeah, you're cringe. Yeah.
You do some cringe shit.
Oh,
You know,
I
you-
do. Yeah.
Yeah,
Some-
you do shit that you're like, fuck. If anyone ever fucking filmed this,
If the boys found out what I do
you're right
in my private time with my partner, god damn, they will never talk to me again.
Oh my god, there's still one moment. I guess
That's literally the entire Napoleon movie. That's literally the entire Napoleon movie. Where like, if the boys found out how I was acting, that's literally the Napoleon
They'll
movie.
never respect me again.
guess-
They'll
Okay.
never. You cannot respect Napoleon after you watch that movie.
Okay, I have this one thing I'm gonna like publicize, I guess, but so you know, when you talk to your girl, sometimes you act a little bit differently, right?
Sure.
So Sydney sent me like a lovey-dovey message, as she does. And I was like a little bit drunk, and I reply back in the same like lovey-dovey style, wishing her well.
Yeah.
And then I close the app. I wake up. I sent it to Alan. I sent it to my editor, by the way. My editor.
Well, he must have been very happy.
And he just
Love you too, bro.
and he sends me I wake up to this reply, and it's just Alan being a real fucking bro, being like, I'm gonna do you a favor, I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that, and I'm never gonna mention this again. And I'm just like, and then he never did, and I still think about that to this day, man. I still
I've
think
done
about
something
that.
similar, but I sent it to my sister instead.
Oh no!
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, and she was just like, "Are you drunk?" And I was like, "Yes, I wasn't drunk. I was just an idiot."
So getting back to why, you know, I like anime romance is because that to me feels so idealized and unrealistic that I'm like, okay, I can invest myself in that romance because
Yeah,
it's
but-
so far
No, I
beyond.
get
Yeah, but they've
that.
never
Yeah.
had to face a challenge.
Yeah.
They've never had to, you know.
I get that, but then after
not
you've
real.
seen so many
Yeah.
of those, it becomes so unrealistic that
And
you're
yeah,
just
so
like
predictable
Yeah,
and
the
boring.
realistic side of you is just like, wait, this is just bullshit though. Like,
I think like it's supposed to be. I think romance in shows is meant to be messy, meant to be cringe, meant to be uncomfortable, meant to make you question like, you know, who's in the right or wrong, but then be like, wait, that's not what it's about. It's
Yeah.
romance.
Yeah.
It's not about who's right or wrong.
Yeah.
It's about how do these characters feel and how's this impacting them. And I think
Yeah.
Invincible does a really good job. Although sometimes yes, you are like, for fuck's sake, get on with the Viltrumites. Although it didn't fucking help, they split it into 2 fucking parts.
Yeah.
So when they do spend a whole fucking hour watching Mark fuck around, having to like figure out his romance, you're like, God damn it, I only got 3 more episodes after this. For fuck's sake, I wouldn't mind if I had 8, but they gave me 4. So I think that's
Yeah.
the
Like,
TLDR. All the things I hate about Invincible
like
is
the-
how they split it in half.
the thing
Fuck,
is-
don't do that ever again.
The thing is, I get the point of like what it adds to the story and what it adds to like the character, but
Yeah.
like it just at the end of the day, I just didn't find it like engaging to be like, oh, okay, I gotta. Oh,
I mean, I find it, you know, that's like their way of showing that Mark is more human than his dad.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
And I
get
like that. I like that.
I get that.
But I mean, and then his dad's gonna be like, hold on, I feel the same. Maybe I'm the same. I don't know.
just like me for real.
yeah, you know, and I get that, but at the same time, it's just this thing where I get the purpose, but at the same time, I can't stop this part of my brain from being like, oh, okay, I get what you're trying to do, but can we just get to the shit I care about? Can we actually just get to the shit I care about? Because
That's how you know you've watched
The
too much
reason you
anime.
care about Mark is because of all this shit. If Mark was just only hitting, like, slapping people around, you'd be like, shouldn't the Gojo, innit? Just whatever. I don't give a
a
fuck
lot
about-
of people care about that.
Well, people care about Gojo because they want to fuck Gojo.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
a very different.
Yeah, that's
it's
very
different.
different
It's
priorities.
a very different thing. Dude, I saw a list actually. It was like, I think it was like the Japanese rankings of the ships in Jujutsu Kaisen. Did you see this?
Yeah, I've seen
And
this.
only 1 out of the top 20 was
a male and
hetero.
Yeah.
The rest were all homo ships. It was so funny.
Let me see if I can find the list.
Japan is so horny.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
incredible. It's incredible how horny they are for like homo relationships.
I got something to add on to this winner after Joey.
Yeah. Okay. So I found it. It is the top 20 Jujutsu Kaisen ships in Japan 2024, and this is gathered
Only-
from Pixiv.
and
Which,
only one of them
Yeah.
is hetero.
the only hetero
love this.
one is number 6, which is Gojo and Utahime.
Who the fuck's Utahima in it?
I don't know. I'm not. I don't watch
that guy.
JJK.
I liked it, but I don't remember.
But the
Utahima.
number one by
Oh,
far.
I know, yeah.
What is it?
Gojo and Yuji.
Yeah, it's Gojo and Yuji.
Gojo and you.
This is a shit ship.
And then number 2 is Gojo and Megumi. And then Gojo and Geto. And then Sukuna and Yuji. Megumi Yuji. Sukuna Megumi. Nanami Yuji.
They're literally just listing the popular characters.
Yeah.
Also, my boy Toto isn't on there, which is a
Yeah,
big
yeah.
fucking.
Did
Toto's
you,
not in this top 20.
did you hear about Frieren's popularity poll?
No.
So Frieren, the manga, also did a popularity poll.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to guess where Frieren came?
Probably like 7th.
She came 5th.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised.
Okay.
I don't really like Frieren that much.
Who do you
The
think came
character.
number 1?
Stark.
No,
Fran?
it was Himmel. Himmel came number 1.
I'm like, Himmel's kind of the guy.
Himmel, okay, but who do you think came number 2?
It's got to be Stark. Come on, my boy. Stark.
It was Aura.
Huh?
Aura.
Aura?
You know the fucking
Armpit
little
girl?
No, not the armpit girl. you
By the
know,
way, I'm terrible at remembering names.
you know the small little fucking demon lord that like
what?
like off to
Why
herself?
is she number 2?
Because she's
I think it's Japan, isn't it?
okay.
That's concerning. Who's number 3?
Number 3 was Fern.
Fuck.
Number 4 was Ubel. The
Armpit girl.
The armpit.
Where's Stark?
Stark is 7th.
Fuck, dude. Okay, have we all watched Frieren?
Yes.
Yeah.
The biggest injustice in that show is Stark having to put up with these 2 socially inept women. So annoying. I feel so bad for Stark.
Stark got beaten by that one little fucking demon girl
Who
that
is that
appeared
girl?
for like one episode.
Who is that girl?
Wait,
I don't know who
that's
oh my god,
that's the girl that like Fern defeated in like one episode.
I-
She came 6th.
Whenever Fern gets pissed off at Stark, I'm like, you are in the wrong. You are the problem here. Why are you acting like he did anything wrong? I get so worked up, man. Do you not feel the same?
That
Am
is
I
the most,
crazy?
Yeah.
That is the most Japan poll I've ever seen in my life.
And I'm like, wait, actually, this checks out because apart from Himmel being an absolute giga chad, this checks out to how much fan art I've seen of each of these characters.
yeah, totally.
So this,
I cannot stand Fern in the show. I love the show. But
Yeah.
Whenever Fern talks, she's just always so selfish. I'm like, I can't do this. I can't watch this.
no, she's like, I think she's an accurate representation of just a fucking teenage girl.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
she's a
true.
really well written character because
That's why I hate her though. She's just, but like, but I
Hate
can't,
teenage girls.
But I can't look away. It's a very good show. I mean, like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
an amazing show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think that the last arc was a little long.
Yeah.
Compared to the rest of the show, the pacing wise, but
Yeah.
it was still a banger show.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I get what you're talking about, but at the same time, I'm like, I've met girls like Fern. Like, you know, they have trouble verbalizing their feelings
No,
in
yes,
like
it's
the right
it's
way,
very
so
good,
it like
yeah.
comes out in like a completely different way.
But that's why it's good because I dislike her because
Yeah.
I would never want to be around a character like that. But that's why it's so good because
Yeah.
other animes I'm like, I just don't care.
Yeah.
But like I actively, whenever I'm watching them, I'm like screaming at the TV, like trying to backseat. But that's why it's so good because I'm so invested.
Yeah.
I love it. It's so good. And Frieren, oh my god, don't even get me started. Also, I mean, Himmel, what the fuck, man? Just say something. What the fuck?
Bro, what you
That's
mean?
that is the most unrealistic part of that show is that he was that horny for that long and didn't say anything.
I feel like
A man that egotistical didn't think like
Okay, okay.
I was just bottled
No,
this
no,
up
no,
real
no,
quick,
no,
yeah.
no, no. I'm
motherfucker, I'd rather die closer to my grave. Man took it to his grave.
I'm gonna defend Himmel here
No,
because
he's undefendable.
No, I'm gonna defend Himmel here, right? Because when you get to the stage,
He's like, are you arguing he was in too deep?
Okay.
He felt like
imagine this. All right, tell your bros. All right, so I put a ring on this girl that I like.
Yeah.
She didn't say anything. She didn't reciprocate anything.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like being friend zoned here.
I feel like
At which point, I feel like he has done enough.
But, like,
for like a lot of people to like,
Yeah.
aside from everyone but Frieren. This is
Okay.
like more Frieren.
Okay,
This is a Frieren thing. If it was any other girl, they would have gotten the hint like 10 episodes ago.
but okay, here's what I would argue, right? Let's say if Himmel was a realistic person, right?
All right.
Would he go to the fucking grave, never talking to another woman, never like marrying elsewhere? He's just like, yeah, I just kind of accepted that she wasn't into me. Never asked, never checked. I'm just going to go to the grave, be happy that she didn't visit me for 40 years, and just die single. Motherfucker, what? You never got... Okay, you tell me you had all these years to move on and potentially like find someone else. No, I was just be so into the fact that he's so in love with her, but couldn't have the thought to maybe ask her, maybe that she's just socially inept, and that you could be like, hey... Frieren, this is me saying I like you. How do you feel back? Just so I know, so I can move the fuck on.
Yeah.
God damn it, Himmel. That's the most bullshit part about Himmel, is that he didn't say anything. That man who won't shut the fuck up about himself, suddenly now he wants to shut the fuck up for 80 years? Unbelievable. I don't believe him. No shot.
Look.
His
Frieren was the one who was just like,
There's
all
no-
right, I'm a yeet, guys. I'm a fuck off.
There's no way that his Christian bro wasn't going to be like, bro, come on.
Come on now.
Man. Come on now. Either say something or go. Come on. We know he would have, right? Also, that's the worst part about the show is that they got rid of the guy who likes older women halfway through. And I'm like,
Do you know why? Do you know why? Because like this
because he solved all of that drama.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
He did.
It drove me insane when he left.
it
So I
was-
was like, there's no more sane people in the room. Honestly, the whole time I was thinking, I was like, you know what, Stark? Yeah, you should have ran away with the monk elf. You should have gone with him. You probably would have lived a Chad life being happy and not having to deal with Fern and her bullshit.
Like the monk was just like, the monk was us. The monk was there to like say what we were
was like,
feeling,
"Y'all, you're
and then
the
the
fuck-"
author was like, "Wait, this is actually too OP.
Yeah.
This is too much EQ right now. I'm gonna like
He's
fucking
solving every situation
Yeah,
to clean
yeah.
up. Imagine if you have an adult in the room. God forbid you have an adult to be like, hey guys, maybe you should just talk to each other. Yeah, literally the scene after he's like, hey guys, I think you guys should talk to each other about this. They're like,
Yeah.
all right, see you guys.
I've done my job.
Yeah.
This solves too much of the show.
He was like the social equivalent of like having Gojo in your story.
Yeah.
But instead of like being OP in powers, he was just OP
Mature.
by just being
He was just
mature.
being social.
By just being social. He was like,
God damn.
he was like, fuck, I've written myself into a corner. I don't know where to take this story anymore.
He's like, nah,
I'm gonna
I
write him out. I'm gonna write him out. There's no more conflict in the story anymore.
Yeah. I like Frieren though.
Yeah,
Frieren there. Frieren doesn't get in the way. Frieren doesn't like make her like when she's like just thinking, she's like, all right, I'm just gonna do my own thing.
Yeah, Frieren to me,
She's chill. She's chill.
Frieren to me has made the character trope that I despise the most actually like likable. And
I think because it's presented in a way where it's framed in a way that makes a lot of sense to the viewers.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like come like a lot of the consequences
It's
of
not
it are
forced.
also.
I think is the best thing.
Yeah, and it's not like she doesn't see any consequences.
Yeah,
from
it's
being
not like
this way.
I have no emotions.
Yeah.
I'm a kudere. Oh, what
Yeah,
is?
she
what
didn't
is
Nagato Yuki that
emotions?
shit, you know?
Yeah.
Or it's just like, oh, I'm just an alien. I can't actually talk. I'm like, no,
Yes.
stop,
No.
please.
No.
Well, it's like in not to throw it back, but like Noragami, right, where the god of death who's been around for hundreds of years has just never had to mature because he's just a fucking loser kid.
Wow, that's a real. I had to think about that for a
Whoa.
second, bro.
I was like,
Holy
where-
shit.
But that's what it reminded me of.
Where you go with Noragon?
Because he's like a god who's been around for a while, and you'd think gods would be so mature, but he's never had to address any of this shit. So when he goes to the human world, he's like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, he's like, oh wow,
Well, that's
I'm an
fucking
actual
whack.
child.
I'm impressed that you remember the plot to Noragami?
I just remember that
I
he,
don't.
I remember he was annoying. I liked him, but he was annoying.
You know, Connor does that quite a bit actually, where he mentions like while we're talking about something else, you mention an anime from way back when, where I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck, I'm shocked you remember that. I remember like, fuck, how many episodes ago it was? I think it was another drunk episode where we were on this topic, and you randomly brought up Black Bullet.
I love Black Bullet. Just for like,
Do you fucking
weird
remember
shit.
that show?
Yeah,
Do you remember the monoliths? What
Yeah.
a weird thing that was.
But like the fact that I'm just like,
lollies.
We don't talk about that.
I remember the one scene I remember was
yeah.
this is the one scene I remember when
I've definitely blanked whatever this scene is. I don't know what the show is.
when I think he saved a school or something, and
Yeah.
he's just like all of the children were just like fucking hugging him.
I definitely
I don't
forgot
remember
that.
that scene.
Did you reckon it came from like a weird angle? He's,
Oh, it definitely, because I remember like because I remember watching this way back when, even
Well, yeah,
even-
because the main girl's a lolly, remember?
yeah.
So
Dude,
like
I'm
clearly
a bit-
there was like some kind of implication with that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I just like consumed. I don't think I ever thought about shows.
No, this was like even before I ever like thought about shows, but even there were like a few scenes where I'm just like, that's weird.
That's a weird angle to go
that's
for.
weird.
Yeah.
I guess I just didn't think anything of it when I was like 20. But I think it's
Yeah.
the older I get, the more I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
All
I just
I remember was
really-
like, oh, the Masked Man was pretty cool.
yes,
Yeah.
that's what I remember too.
And the
guy with
monoliths were weird. That's
Yeah.
it. That's
Yeah.
the only thing I remember.
But yeah, I mean, I really enjoy Frieren. I think that it's done something amazing because I think I think a lot of the times is that when they make socially awkward or inept characters, I feel like it comes from a place of actual just not understanding social situations. And but I feel like to write a character like Frieren, you need to understand social situations so well
Yeah.
to be able, and also what someone who is maybe socially awkward would feel, like
Yeah.
genuine empathy towards that, to be able to write characters this well, especially
Yeah.
as like writing teenagers is hard because teenagers don't make fucking sense.
No.
Teenagers are fucking dumb.
Yeah. And
it's hard to write that.
they annoy the shit out of us as well.
Absolutely. I mean, Invincible. I mean, even though they're not teenagers, they're like 20. I don't know how long they are. They're in college.
Well, I mean, they
And
weren't
even then,
technically
fucking-
teenagers when
it's
they started.
insufferable. Yeah,
Yeah,
and it's like I don't want
it's
to fucking watch. I
fucking-
don't want
it's
to fucking watch
insufferable.
kids. I don't want to watch 21-year-olds. I'm dumb. I'm too old for this shit. So there's something that happens when I don't know what age it is, but it's like definitely after like 23, where I just start to become like I can't relate to you guys anymore. We're not the same, you and I.
Well, that's called just
21-year-olds.
that's called getting older.
It's called being jaded.
Yeah, but like I hang out with like, if I hang out with like, I mean like Pete's like 40 and I feel like no
Yeah,
difference.
but I feel like
but
beyond
after-
the
after,
age,
like, 25,
okay, after
it's like,
25, I feel like
It doesn't matter.
I feel
It
like
doesn't matter.
you know a lot. You can relate to like any
because you've paid,
age.
you've gone through enough tax cycles, you've gone
Yeah.
through enough
Yeah.
shitty things happening.
Yeah.
You're like, I get it now.
You've
Yeah.
adulted. You've gained the
adulted
adult
enough.
experience
You've
enough.
dealt with enough bullshit to know that
Yeah.
there's only like more bullshit that you got to deal with.
Yeah.
You know,
The road is looking dark, and you
Yeah,
are
yeah,
fully
yeah.
aware of it.
Yeah.
You know how do you mind? I loved the fucking, I forgot his name, but the fucking old guy. I loved him so much in Frieren. The old magic guy, the
Old
one with the
magic-
monocle,
Huh?
the one with the monocle and the beard. The
Oh,
one who's
that
a-
guy.
Fucking love that guy.
Oh, the guy
Fucking
who was
love
just
that guy.
like, yo, I might be out of mana, but I ain't out of options, baby.
I love him. I love him so much.
Because like, oh, that's like such like that was one of the best character writing moments where
Yeah.
where I was just like, okay, I thought you introduced this guy for me to like hate this
him.
guy,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, wait, he's like the realest one out of everyone taking this exam
He
right
is
now.
the sanest guy in the room
Yeah,
at all
yeah.
times, and I love
Yeah.
him so much.
Yeah.
He's just such a good character, and I think again that's what the show's done so well, and the reason why I think we've been spoiled like last season because we had that show and then we had Apothecary where like just real fucking good writing of characters.
Yeah.
You know, because Frieren, you know, and also I mean it also was a spectacle in every other sense, but it was
Yeah.
just amazing. I'm so pumped for more of
yeah,
it.
it's-
And 28 episodes. What a fucking amazing way to
Do you-
watch
do
a
you-
show.
do you
Just-
think
it
it-
felt
do
like
you
all
think-
year we had it.
do you think it deserves #1 of all time?
Not yet. It's getting there.
See, here's the thing. Like,
that's a blunt hit. You gotta go.
Here's
Not
the
yet.
thing. Not yet.
Cigar puff.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Me discussing Frieren with the boys, smoking a Cuban. I don't know about that yet.
It's always like everyone I ask this question because I said the exact same thing. I'm
it's
like,
not ready.
I was like,
It's not ready.
But like when I think about it, I'm like, can I say anything bad about Frieren? It's just like, not really. Maybe the last arc went on for a bit
Little
too long.
Well, I do think that's fair to
like-
admit. I know people. I saw some people say it on Twitter and they got like destroyed, but I just do think it was like
I
a
like the
little
last
slow.
arc. I like the last. I mean,
Well, it was just jarring for the first few episodes because it went from such a highly paced adventure that was, I mean, okay, highly paced.
Highly paced.
Well, it was like they would go through time in a speed that was quite consistent.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then suddenly they were like, this episode was 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And it was real time, like in world 20 minutes as well. And you're
Yeah.
like, okay, hold on now. This is quite a different speed. I also did not care for Armpit Lady as much as I think Twitter does.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's Twitter.
I
bro.
think
that's the fan art.
like
so
a-
It does
that's
take
like
a lot.
That's like she's like a DGen litmus test. Like I think if you look at her and you see her armpit and you're super into it,
It's not the armpit
you're
was
too
like
deep.
the armpit was the cherry on top. It was
Her as a character,
people just
yeah,
like
I know.
crazy chicks.
know,
All right, let's just
Yeah.
say it how it is.
Have we not learned from Mirai bro?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
people
yeah,
love
yeah.
crazy
They
chicks.
may come in different colors, different flavors, but bro, boys be liking crazy chicks no matter what. No matter what.
She was
you
my
know?
least-
whack.
Yeah, she was actually probably my least favorite character. Actually, I think. Whenever she was on screen, I was like,
Yeah, but she was there to get like the fucking sales up. You know,
Yeah,
she was there to be like.
they were like,
ooh.
well, we have Frieren,
Yeah.
Fran, but maybe we should need one more character
Yeah.
to figure sales just to make sure.
We need some edge in there. We
Yeah.
need someone
We
who's
need
a
more
bit
ship
unhinged.
options.
Yeah. We need more Dojin bait, bro.
Yeah,
That's what it
yeah,
is.
exactly.
She does feel like Dojin bait.
Oh, of course.
Sometimes they'll like the fucking American Psycho card scene. They're like, what about this one? And they're like, yeah, good.
The spacing is perfect.
Spacing.
let's
Just the
see.
right amount of crazy.
Let's see
Green
it.
puke hair. Short skirt. Yeah, we can work with
Yeah,
this.
we can work with
this. It does feel that way. Like
Yeah.
it's
See
Paul
perfectly
Allen's
designed.
Let's see the armpit real quick. Perfection.
It just feels like that, dude. I don't know. It feels like it was made for Dojinshi. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like there's no other like I don't know. I mean,
It's funny because coming from Frieren the manga, I think we've briefly talked about this, but this Frieren the manga, when I read it originally, was the most like anti-Dojin show.
Oh, yeah.
Dojin title I've read because it was so fucking emotional and
no, that's the thing. The more
wholesome.
emotional,
It's
the more
shocking.
Dojin. The more Dojin.
You think?
I feel like
Yeah.
it's changed. I feel like times have changed.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about this, and you know, there was a time when the most Dojins happened to the characters that were fan service the most. You go back to the Monogatari era.
Yeah.
So many fucking
To Lover,
Monogatari.
or
To
like,
Lover.
yeah.
And now you look at like waifu bait shows, and a lot of them actually don't have as many Dojins as shows like Frieren.
Well, but I think because when you don't present everything, the imagination does the rest. And
Yeah.
I think that's what does so well with artwork.
I feel like because the new generation has grown up with so much more exposure of like, you know, horny culture.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It is. It's I guess horny culture that it's just like if you see a character who is just there for fan service, it's just like, well, I see this in my Twitter timeline every fucking day.
Yeah.
Please do something new. You
It's
know?
like, it's not enough.
yeah. But when you get like one armpit, you're like, oh.
But hold on.
Oh, wait, hold on.
It's like, they're not, the barrel isn't completely
Wait,
empty. There
wait.
is ammunition in this gun.
Wait. She just showed her armpit just when she was. This was like a random battle scene, but I just got distracted. You know, it's just like the barrier for fan service is just it's either completely degenerate or people calling. Okay, opinion. When Frieren was just hanging out on the bed and there was just a shot with her like feet, just like you know, just like hang out on her bed. Does that count as fan service?
Yeah.
For people who love feet, yeah.
You don't have to put that in. Bro, ask Quentin Tarantino. You don't got to put that in.
Yeah, but
there's no reason to animate that. I'll put that in.
Okay. But
What are you showing? What are you gaining?
But the thing
you
is,
know what you're doing when you do that.
Okay, but the thing is, like, the thing is, because you look at that scene and it's just like, oh, okay, it's just
Bro, they
a
put the
girl.
dogs out in frame.
It's just a
They know
girl
what they were doing.
hanging out. It's not like Quentin Tarantino fucking
some socks on it.
fucking on bed, bro.
I wear socks in bed sometimes. Right before, if it's a chilly day, it looks chilly in Frieren.
Wait, did you fucking serious?
No, I don't sleep in the socks. But like, if I'm like going to bed or like I'm just chilling in bed for a little while, I'll keep the socks on. I want to keep warm. Do you not do that?
That's diabolical.
What's wrong with wearing socks in bed? Just,
No.
I'm not
Wait,
sleeping.
do your
I'm not
feet-
sleeping. Not sleeping.
Wait. Are you under the covers?
My feet run cold. Yeah,
Wait,
under the covers. My feet run really cold. Your
you
feet
wear-
run
you
really
wear
cold?
My feet don't get cold.
Wait.
My
No,
feet are like
no.
bone ice after. What do you mean no?
No.
Okay,
Would you mean you don't believe my feet are cold?
No. As soon as
what are you talking about?
Impossible.
as soon as my feet go undercover, that is like a no sock zone.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Well, no, I have the problem where, you know, even if it's like even remotely chilly outside, or even if it's in summer and I put the AC on, like my body will be perfect. My feet will be like rock solid ice. I think I have really bad circulation.
No, my feet are like the first things to sweat
No, dude.
on my body.
My feet never sweat.
Socks are the first thing I take off.
Sometimes I have to wear it because otherwise my feet feel like they're in rigor mortis.
No, if I don't if I don't feel the 1,000 thread count of my sheets bare
got a
on
1,000
my
thread
feet,
count?
then like it's not right.
Dude, it makes me just want to go to. You ever been to a really nice hotel bed? And you're like, can I just?
Do
where
you
get
wear
this?
okay? Do you wear okay? Wait. Do you
right.
wear socks inside?
Yeah, let's say
Like, let's say it's a weekend. You're not going anywhere.
Yeah, I'm not a savage.
No, hell no.
Am I the weird one here?
No. You and I are the same, brother. The only time, hell, sometimes I don't even wear socks when I go outside. But like,
That's the Aussie.
That's the Aussie.
That's just
I would
us.
like to remind you, it is purely out of it. My feet run fucking
for
cold
me,
as shit.
if I'm not standing on ice directly, I will not have socks on.
Listen, I'm
Yeah.
sure there are people watching this who have poor circulation in their limbs who can attest.
It's a skill issue.
It's not
if you
a
ask
skill
me.
issue.
But
What the fuck is poor circulation? What just
Some
get
people's fingers and feet run way colder.
just move your toes around a little bit.
That's not how that
just move
works.
your toes around. Yeah.
Just do one of these with your toes. You know, just warm them up a bit.
I only wear socks if there is maybe guests around.
Yeah.
But if I'm like by myself, if it's the weekend, I'm not going
Oh,
anywhere.
dude, I don't even put socks on when
Yeah.
there's guests.
If my
around. They're
socks,
seeing my grippers.
if my socks are too cold, I turn the heating up because
Yeah.
that means the heating in my house is too cold.
That's
That's
the one thing where I hate slippers.
Well, I love slippers.
I hate slippers
Why do you
because my
love
feet
slippers?
get so sweaty.
Oh my god! You get it.
Right?
You get it.
Okay, so what you guys are describing is that you both just have good circulation in your feet and they are
Maybe
warm.
a little too good.
Yeah, because mine, I put slippers on, it's perfect.
No, when I put it could be like no heating on, cold as shit outside. The moment I put slippers on, I'm like my feet feel disgusting.
I mean, yeah,
I'm sweating into these slippers.
it's not a big deal. We just have different circulation.
Yeah, but I just don't like it.
Yeah, but also, do you find socks comfortable?
Yeah.
Do you?
Depends on the socks for me.
Why wouldn't you find them? You need a good pair of socks. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay, no,
I spent like 5 years finding the best.
no,
pair of socks.
I could. Okay, here's the thing. All right.
I went to I had like a Frierens journey of finding the
how
socks.
often? Okay, this is getting completely different. How often do you like just hang out in your house with like the least amount of clothes on possible? Like
Never.
no trousers on, no
Never,
trousers on, no
never,
trousers
never.
on. Never.
Never. I don't
Home
want
Alone? Home
I don't
Alone?
want my
Never?
bare skin touching my couch and my PC.
Okay, is this a
Sure.
hot take to say that you know how like it's like the fucking whole like gamer thing of like, oh, I'm not wearing pants today.
Yeah.
I hate not wearing pants.
Yeah, I hate not wearing pants. I don't want my bare skin touching my gamer suit.
No, I don't.
What
The
are, like-
only time I'm not wearing pants is when I'm going to bed,
Yeah.
which
same,
is where like I
same.
just have like a t-shirt
even-
and undies on.
Even sitting on my couch is like this material. It's not
Yeah.
doesn't feel good on your skin.
I don't want to not wear pants.
Oh, fuck, but sometimes it just feels so freeing.
It doesn't.
You know?
I feel
I feel
sometimes-
plenty free. You need to.
sometimes it
these
just
these
feels
pants are so
free,
baggy. It's
man.
amazing.
yeah, that's why I wear the baggy pants because it's
always feel free,
comfortable
baby.
and I'm still free because
So
my
the 4th of July,
balls
my
can still
pants,
breathe.
It's always free.
Like sometimes it's like a hot summer's day and you're just like,
Wear
These are
shorts,
great.
brother.
Shorts. Literal, like, the trash taste shorts that we have.
Yeah,
Are perfect.
The Hawaii shorts that we have. Trash day still short, by the way.
Joey, they're not on sale anymore.
Fuck. But if you bought them, you know how breathable that shit is. No,
know.
see, that's the one thing. Like, it's for the longest time, it's been a staple on the internet of like, oh, it's a no pants kind of day, or like, I'm not wearing pants when I'm gaming, blah blah blah. I'm not like, no, that feels. I feel perverted in my own house. You know, like I feel like I'm exposing to myself.
That's
like
just a mental diff, mate.
No, it's just like the mental diff is you have some kind of disease where like you don't like cloth on your like fucking hamstrings. Or
Maybe
something.
I want to be naked, you know. Maybe because I don't really like wearing clothes when I like sleep because I feel like that's like constricting.
Even a t-shirt. What do you wear when you go to sleep?
Mostly just boxes.
So no shirt.
Depends on how cold it is, but
Right.
especially if it's like a summer. I only wear shirts in like the winter, but
Put
like
the AC on, dog.
Joey, that fucking energy bill, mate. That fucking energy bill.
Fuck off,
Think about the
energy-
fucking energy bill,
Do you
mate.
see how many lights are on in the studio?
This is a studio where we're filming things, Joey. This is not the same thing, Joey. It is not the same thing.
It doesn't matter in Japan because of the fucking humidity, bro. It like it's like, oh, it's hot, just open the window. It's like, no, it's hotter outside because of the fucking humidity. Garnt's complaining about like, oh, like I always say like, oh, you know, even if it's hot, like the middle of the summer, right? I still want to at least sleep with like a t-shirt on because I have the AC on anyway.
I don't sleep with any clothes on.
Like none at all,
Normally just boxes.
just boxes. Yeah, if it's fucking hot as shit, I will.
What do you mean? No, every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
Every time.
Just like unless it's like really cold, then I'll wear a t-shirt. A t-shirt at most. I can't wear like long sleeves.
Oh no, long sleeve is just psychotic.
Yeah.
Dude, even in the winter, I don't wear long sleeve.
I don't understand why people sleep with t-shirts on.
Do you know what I
have
do?
to-
You're
I-
already surrounded by
Do you know,
clothes.
do you
I
know,
have to
do you know
sleep with
the-
a
do you know the
t-shirt
one
on.
thing I don't understand?
Oh.
Pajamas.
Yeah, I don't get pajamas.
I don't get pajamas.
Like okay, there's like two levels to this. I don't understand pajamas, but on like the thing that I think is like something that I like, you might as well do like quadratic equations in a different fucking universe. When people go on holiday and they specifically pack pajamas to go on holiday, I'm like, what the fuck? You are taking up space to put pajamas in your bag that is taking up weight and space where you can just not put that in? That is like psychotic.
We've evolved to be so unnecessary.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need pajamas. You literally have sheets. You have two pieces of big clothing.
we need to
that
phase
sandwich you.
out. We need to phase out pajamas like we phased out like pajama hats. You know,
I think those are
Like, we just get rid of that shit, like-
those are tight though.
with the hats.
They look so cool, and then you get like,
Fucking
That's
Pinocchio
more of like
ass.
the fucking aesthetic, you know. I couldn't wear that on a daily basis, but no. Every time we go on holiday,
Meilyne said it's actually good for your hair. Meilyne told me that once. She said
Meilyne
What?
says a lot of things.
hats are
Meilyne
good-
says a lot of things that
hats
I
are
don't
good
believe.
to avoid hair damage while you sleep.
Meilyne also says that otters are the animals or
think they
some
do.
shit like that.
I think they do.
Probably they do.
No, other
I don't
otters,
know.
isn't it? I
Other
don't know.
otters. I don't know.
No, dolphins do.
That's I've heard this before.
Oh fuck!
Because Sydney always here's the thing. Sydney always says this whenever I mention fucking dolphins.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, logistically, like they're like, oh, dolphins have done that to humans before. I'm like, I don't believe you.
I think they have.
No, they have.
Okay, logistically, no Googling, no
Yeah.
fucking Googling. Logistically, explain to me how that is possible.
What? A dolphin having sex with a human?
No. A dolphin R-wording a human.
Well, because dolphins
What
apparently
is this episode?
because it's a drunk episode. man. Because dolphins, from what I remember, dolphins, along with monkeys and humans,
Yes.
are the only animals in the animal kingdom that have sex for pleasure.
Yes, I know
Right?
that. Yes.
So the argument can be made that any animal that has sex for pleasure also has the mental capacity to be able to R-word.
Mental capacity. I'm talking about physical capacity here.
Well,
tell me.
don't get too close to a dolphin, brother. They're faster than you in the ocean.
like what is the logistical way that happens? I just I
don't know, man. Dolphins are smart.
What do you think they made like a fucking contraption?
Yeah, they figured out a way.
This isn't fucking Goblin Slayer, Joey. They don't have appendages, man.
Dolphin Slayer. I don't know. Is the answer to your question?
I don't think this is something we research.
Yeah.
No,
I don't think
yeah.
this-
But it's like something that Cindy and Meilyne tell me all the time, and I'm like, that sounds unrealistic.
Meilyne just wants dirt on everyone, even if it's dolphins.
Meilyne's like, oh, you like this cute cuddly thing? Well, by the way, let me tell you.
Or you never know. Like, if we could be talking about this and it's been so widespread, but like, it could literally be like the Mew under the truck of the animal kingdom. Like, it's just like bullshit that people have just like believed over the years. Because like, oh yeah, there's enough evidence to like support it, but like, we don't have any direct evidence of it. But it's probably possible.
It's like,
I don't know. I've never seen footage of it.
I don't think people are filming it.
I don't think anyone's filming.
I've never heard stories.
That's just a snuff film.
I've never heard stories about it.
Yeah, I've never heard stories about it either.
But
except through
except through Meilyne.
except through Meilyne and Sydney. Yeah. So
but apparently it is possible.
But also, I don't want to Google it.
I don't want to Google it either. I don't want to see that shit.
I'm gonna let you run your course on this debate.
That sounds horrible. Can we change the topic?
Yeah, let's change the topic. I'm going to take a quick break.
Why the fuck are we talking about?
I don't know. I forgot how we got to this topic.
Oh my god.
But yeah, going back 70,000 topics ago, you have to play Earthbound.
Why are you bringing that up?
Because I've been recently replaying Mother 3 because it recently came out on the Switch. Only in Japan though.
Okay.
Because Mother 3 never came out of Japan.
Yeah, I know. No, in the US.
No.
What?
And there's no official English translation of Mother 3.
Yeah, it never came out in the US, is what I'm saying.
What?
It never came out in the US.
It never came out outside of Japan.
Oh, I thought you said it never came out in Japan.
No, outside of Japan.
I was like, I think you mean... Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they won't do it.
And they still won't do it after all
I
this
don't think
time.
they'll ever do it.
No, because I remember I saw on when Nintendo announced that, oh, we're going to report Mother 3 to the Nintendo Switch Online thing for the Game Boy Advance emulator. People were like, but is there an English translation? They were like, no. And then a bunch of people were tweeting at Itoy, the creator, just being like, what the fuck? All this time? And you haven't done an English translation? And then Itoy was just like, guys, don't complain to me about this shit. Like,
It is weird
I got
and
nothing to do
also
with it.
kind of cruel to make a game series where you make 3 games.
Yeah.
And then just don't translate the last one.
And Mother 3 is fucking amazing as well.
Yeah.
And not to mention that Lucas in Smash is from Mother 3. And the fact that people all over the world have been playing Smash Bros. And just like being like, I don't know who this fucking Lucas dude is.
What are you doing, Garnt?
What are you doing?
I could have done this. I could have done this for you if you wanted. You just stood there like an NPC.
What are we talking about?
I'm
He wanted to talk about
trying to convince
Mother.
Connor to play Earthbound.
Why didn't you tell him to play it?
I'm convincing both of you to play Earthbound.
Because you know he won't play it. You know there's a chance I might.
Yeah, there's a chance.
You know he's not going to play
God,
it.
2024 is really fucked when I know Connor has a better chance of playing a JRPG I recommend than Garnt is.
Bro, I'm just in.
Garnt's like fucking Frieren. Garnt's like a 100-year list that he's trying to work through, and he doesn't realize
I
that
don't know. Sometimes I like.
he's going to become him or the hero before he becomes Frieren in this situation. He can get through the whole list.
like when I get a recommendation, when I watch or play things, I've realized how important it is just to be in the mood for something. I don't know. Like, I've watched shows that have been good, and like I guess I've like forced myself to watch, like keep up with current conversations, and I just haven't enjoyed it because I just wasn't in the mood for it. You know what I mean? But there sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I get influenced by different things where I'm like I really feel like watching this kind of show. And I don't know what external factors influence that, but I feel like I watched Blade Runner 2046 recently, and that was
First time watching it?
huh?
First time watching it?
First time watching it.
Oh, wow.
And
Great
I feel
movie.
like I would not have enjoyed that film if I just wasn't. I got into this hole of like this like deep sci-fi hole. I watched like another film like Ex Machina as well, which I think is like fucking an amazing film as well. But these are
that's
two
a
like
great movie.
yeah, these are two like very specific films on like very specific niches that I got into because I was like, I just want to watch sci-fi. I just really want to watch something that's sci-fi, and I just want to be like immersed in this world. And you know, I bring up Blade Runner because I was like, this is like a very, I'm not gonna say art house film, but it's a very like
I mean, I watched it in cinemas and I left being like, what did I watch?
yeah.
I was like, I don't get it.
Yeah. It was a very
Have you seen the original?
cinematic. Huh?
Have you seen the original?
I've watched it like as a kid. I'll be
I
honest.
never watched it.
The Harrison Ford one?
Yeah. I watched it as a
Well,
kid.
he's in this one too.
Oh yeah, but I mean like
No,
the
like
first
the
Blade
OG.
Runner.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Like the
Back when
tears in
Harrison
like
Ford-
tears in
Is
the
that when
rain.
he like
like tears in the rain.
is that when he
That's all
like
I
used to act? Because he just doesn't act.
Yeah, when
anymore.
he
Yeah.
used to be an actor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris's explanation of Indiana Jones, the new one, is so funny. He's just like, it's Harrison Ford depressed in a room. That's the movie. And you're like, what? Okay, Chris.
I feel that's like the last couple of Harrison Ford films. though.
I mean, if I was that rich, I would just phone it in.
Like, yes.
I'd be like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I did Star Wars.
Yes. God damn.
I mean, he did phone it in a long time ago.
Oh my
But,
God.
Oh, yeah, of
fair
course.
enough to him. But like I was saying, I don't know. There's something in my mind, especially when I watch. This is very bad, by the way. When I watch something or when I play something, where subconsciously I'm like, why am I watching this or why am I playing it?
Okay.
Do you get what I mean? Where I'm like, I want there to be a payoff. You know, I want there. I want
purpose.
my time. I want me to come out of a piece of media and not feel like I wasted my time. And I know that's
Sure.
like a really unhealthy mindset. I don't know how to switch it off, and I haven't been able to switch it off.
You got the YouTube brain.
It's not the YouTube brain.
Yeah,
It's-
everything needs to be for a purpose. Everything has to have a reason.
Yeah, I just there have been like too many movies.
Which is ironic coming from the guy who watches all the isekais.
Well, yeah, I know, right?
But that's the thing. That's the thing with the isekais. I know what the expectation is. I'm
Right,
like,
so why don't you have those same expectations with just movies or games?
because
That we're like, you know what? Maybe it's fine if I
Because-
don't come out of this with like a really like, you know, fucking question, like esoteric question about like my existence or whatever, or like a deeper understanding of something.
It's not that because like okay, let me rephrase that. With isekai, for example,
Sure.
I know the exact package I'm getting from that. I
Yeah.
just want a quick, cheap thrill ride. All right, done and gone. I'm gonna forget this. If I'm watching something like Blade Runner, for example, if I wasn't in the sci-fi mood, I'm gonna be like, what is going on here? Right?
What's the point?
Why is Ryan Gosling just
Like brooding
really
everywhere.
fucking broody and lonely and really sad and all this shit? But like I was just like when I watched it, I was just, oh man, I just really I'm just in a mood to just be immersed in a different world and just a different futuristic world, and I was just like, that's just the kind of mood I'm in.
Sure.
And I watched it and I was like, holy shit, this is so fucking good. And I just immersed myself in that. And I watched Ex Machina because I was like, Black Mirror isn't really doing it for me right now, but I really, really want to watch something Black Mirror-esque. So that's why I watched Ex Machina.
was good.
Yeah, watch Ex Machina if
God,
you're in
Ex
the mood for
Machina
something like
was
that.
such a good movie.
Because
Fuck.
it feels like a Black Mirror episode made by a different director.
Yeah.
But
That's cool.
yeah.
Really good.
But yeah, it's like for me, like the being in the mood to do a certain thing is so important, which is why I will put off a piece of media for literally sometimes years or decades until I'm in like the exact right mood, which will happen sometime down the line. And then I'm going to enjoy it more. And I try not to pressure myself to keep up with certain things just because that's the hot new thing or that's the thing that people want me to do or play in that exact moment. Fullmetal Alchemist, for example. But
Will you ever be in the mood for it?
yeah, I mean, okay, here's the thing. I discovered 20th Century Boys very, very early on in my like weeb like in my anime fandom.
You really fucked yourself over with that because you found peak so early.
Yeah. But like I remember it was like just before moving to Japan. I was like, I think I'm in the mood to read this, and then I read it, and then now it's my favorite manga of all time.
Yeah.
It's my favorite manga of all time. And I didn't rush it. I waited to a point where I was like, I think I'm gonna fully appreciate the story, which is why I haven't read Pun Pun either, because I'm not chronically depressed enough.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah. And I was like, okay. I'll wait. Which is
I mean that's what it is, right? You're like when you get like that like sad, you're like, I need to know if someone else feels this way.
Yeah.
So you're like, I'll look, and then that's where like a story like that can really help, right?
Yeah, because I feel like so much for today is just like consuming, watch, play the next thing, and sometimes you just want to like, all right, what am I actually in the mood for? Do I want to replay something, or do I want to watch something in a certain genre, or like this really really weird niche genre? You know what niche genre I've been getting into on YouTube recently?
What?
Urban planning.
What?
I don't know why.
Tell me you're in your mid-30s without telling me in your
What do you mean
mid-30s.
urban planning? What do you mean? What?
like city planning. I don't know. Because we were talking about like city planning, and there's this YouTuber who I discovered recently that basically debunks every idea that Elon Musk has ever had.
Right.
I can't remember his name. I think
I
it's
know
like
the guy
Adam
with
something.
the squirrel for a profile picture.
I can't remember.
don't
Like
know.
you will know if you watch any of his videos,
Is he
and he'll
British?
be like, "Trains are the solution."
Yeah,
like
I mean,
every
like-
solution is fixed with building more trains.
Yeah, right.
and you're like,
Every-
wait, actually, you're kind of right. It's just-
Or buses.
Or buses.
Yeah.
No one likes that buses are the solution, but it's
Yeah.
always buses.
Yeah.
Buses always fix the problem,
yeah.
annoyingly.
Yeah.
But from watching these videos, I'm just like, I should play SimCity.
No.
Or I should play like City Skylines. I don't know. Like
Oh, we played Risk, and then I went home and played Risk on PC. And it was not fun. It was not fun.
yeah.
why wasn't it fun?
You're just playing against 5 people online that you don't like.
Yeah, that is an
No.
IRL game.
Risk is about like the looking the person in the eye
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
know you're about
Also-
to fuck them over.
Like 5 players was a lot.
Yeah.
Of Risk.
That would take so long.
And also the turns take so long.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I normally when I play video games or board games, I feel like I am in the fast turn club where I'm like, I'll just get my turn done right now. I've already planned it. I'm not going to sit here for 50 minutes and waste everyone's fucking time while I decide what I'm going to do. I already planned it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
That's fair.
Online, not fun.
That's why I can't play multiplayer Civ.
Oh, right.
So slow.
It is slow.
It is very, very
It is
slow.
slow.
Yeah.
But like that came out at a time where like we had the time to spare. You know, like when I was in like high school playing fucking Civ 2 with my friends over a LAN party, like we had all the time in the world.
We've
to,
made
like,
too much good stuff now.
Yeah,
There's not enough time.
Yeah,
We've
it's
made
true.
too much bangers.
that is
Yeah.
true.
Slow down.
I think the next RPG I'm going to stream because I'm
When are you going to
jealous.
stream something?
Sorry.
When are you going to stream something good?
I think I'm going to stream Undertale.
Oh,
I've
wow.
never experienced Undertale.
Whoa.
But the problem is I want to marathon it, and
You can easily do it in
It's-
one stream.
I cannot do like how long does it take to finish Undertale? Like 12 hours?
Like one ending?
I don't know, like one playthrough. Yeah,
10 hours?
10 hours.
Not even, I don't think, actually. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure it's not that long because I remember I used to, like, for fun, I would do one of the endings pretty quickly. How long to beat Undertale?
Because I thought it was like 15, so I was like, oh, that's
yeah,
a,
7 hours.
Yeah,
7 hours?
It's short.
And then obviously,
But is that like near ending, or is that like
No,
the
it's an actual ending.
No, I mean there's multiple endings.
but
right?
I think I would say, unlike other video games, to get the other endings, it is a completely different story.
Yeah,
Like,
it is a
you
So that's why I
Clearly-
asked, is it like the near ending A, or was it?
no, it's like a
No,
completely
it doesn't
different.
build on the previous ending.
It's a
at all.
completely different
Okay.
way of playing the game.
Your actions actually have consequences.
Yeah.
And that's
Okay.
the whole point. And there's like 3 main endings, I'd say.
Genocide, pacifist, and
You know,
regular.
Like regular.
Yeah,
Like,
I
Okay.
guess.
so just play it normally. do you
Play it
think?
normally, and if you like it, then you can do like genocide.
Yeah, because I realized I just can't do multi-day streams for a single video game, I guess.
Then yeah, you can experience most of. You could probably do 2 endings in like 12 hours or like 13.
Yeah.
If you rush the second one.
Okay.
Because the other ones are once you do one ending, you can just look and be like, how do I get the other endings? Like, what do you have to do? And then once you just read the criteria, you'll be good to go.
Yeah, okay. Because my stream, I'd say like my stream stamina is just like really hard after.
You gotta build it up.
I've been trying to build it up, and I think I've just hit the wall. I've hit the wall.
What's your wall?
Like 8 hours.
Are you starting like when you wake up, or like are you waiting like a couple of hours?
I can't just like switch on after I wake up. Like I need an hour for like my.
I know.
brain.
To be fair, I normally prefer an hour.
Yeah.
Having an hour, even when I did like the streams where I'll sleep on stream, I'll like fuck off for an hour.
Yeah.
Just while I wake up, because I can't talk right away.
Yeah,
Right.
I just
I actually like 1 hour, but sometimes I'll spend like 4 hours in the morning doing other stuff, and then I'll stream, and I'm already quite tired, like 3 hours in,
yeah.
because I could have done more, but it's all preference.
Yeah, and it's also like I've realized I need like a few hours to like wind down as well. Otherwise, I just can't sleep. I don't know. There's like too much adrenaline. There's too much adrenaline in my blood from like streaming all day that I guess I need to condition myself to like sleep right after I stream. But I realize if I have like
I rarely do.
Yeah.
Normally I'll watch YouTube videos for like half an hour before I fall asleep.
Right.
I need like 2 hours.
That's
Like,
a long time.
That is
That is
a
a
long
long
time.
That's a
time.
lot.
That is a long time.
That's a lot of YouTube shorts.
2 hours to fall asleep?
No, if I'm like streaming.
Oh.
You know, if I'm like streaming and I need to like wind down, because I think it just takes a long time for my brain to switch from like one mode to like another mode. So if I'm like in streamer mode, then it just I'm like in streamer mode and I can't fall asleep until
that's fair.
like way later.
That's
I don't know. Maybe it's an age thing. Maybe it's not. I don't fucking know.
Maybe you just don't.
I think it's a
you're not
skill
built
issue.
good.
Maybe I'm just not a streamer, which I'm not.
No, you are. You're good at it. You're good at it.
When are you gonna stream more, Joey? When are you gonna stream more?
When I get paid to.
Joey.
What do you mean you get paid to?
No, well, because like when I started the nonsense thing and I like tried to go full on with it, like I had to fucking sacrifice something because I was like, if I continue to do everything that I'm currently doing on top of this, I'm not gonna have any time left to do anything.
That's fair.
So I was like, what's the one thing that I can sacrifice that will, like, because like I think it took me, because I've had a Twitch channel for as long as I've had a YouTube channel, albeit not as consistent as my YouTube channel, but I think it took me all this time to finally realize that I'm just not built for streaming. Like I don't have the brain capacity to be able to do like 7-8 hour streams. Like I've done a few 7-8 hour streams.
Yeah.
I was fucking exhausted by the end of it. Like I had like almost like a stream hangover the next day. Like,
I've had that as well.
yeah,
where
like
it
I just like
affects my next
yeah,
day.
I just like can't function the next day after like a really really long stream, and that's when I kind of realized like I'm just not built for being in front of the camera for that long, or like being entertaining for like that long without any breaks.
Yeah.
And maybe that is like the way that I'm like trying to think about streaming or like whatever it is, but like yeah, I don't know. I thought like, what's the one thing that I can kind of sacrifice in order to do it? And I was like, yeah, probably streaming. Just because I never really took it seriously. It's always just been like a fucking shit post.
Side gig.
It's always been a side. It's not even a side gig. It's just like something I just wanted to try, And it's just like, yeah, it's just not really my thing. So that's where we are.
See, what I don't understand about you is your second channel videos where you can just like turn on without an audience and just like start talking.
Oh no, I much prefer that because it actually gives me time to like internalize what I want to say, and like I can kind of plan out like, okay, this is how I want to phrase certain things. Whereas like if I'm put on the spot, I'm just my brain just goes blank because I'm just sitting there like.
The only thing I'd say is useful is that maybe you'll get like live fact checkers. So if you're saying something wrong, you don't publish it, and it's really awkward because you're like, yeah, I didn't get corrected.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why I also like just like recording my second channel stuff because it actually gives me time to like go into research so that my stuff is as accurate as possible. Granted, I'm not perfect.
You are your own fact checker.
Yeah, I'm gonna get shit wrong, of course, but like I get distracted when there's a live chat in front of me. Like I'd be saying something and I'd be trying to get my thought across, and then in my periphery I would see something in the chat, and then my
you just
brain
gotta
just gets
ignore them.
distracted.
I don't know. You just ignore them.
I just can't ignore it.
It sounds counterintuitive. I need my chat to concentrate.
Really?
Because unless chat is there to check on me and to make sure I'm saying stuff, I'll just get distracted by something else. So like if I know chat is there, I'm like, I need to finish my sentence.
No, I'm locked in, bro. I'm locked in on what I want to say.
Fair enough.
And if people don't like it, then they can write in the comments.
You deal with that shit later.
Yeah, the future Joey will take care of
future
that.
Joey will take care of
Now
that.
Joey
man.
is just like, I'm locked in. I know exactly what I want to say. I know exactly how I want to phrase it. I'm going to say it.
God, I wish that was me.
I don't know, man. There's a part of me that's kind of jealous of you guys who can do streams like that and just like not get as tired.
Yeah, but I hate that. Like sometimes I'll go live and I finish, and it's just I gotta go to sleep, and I'm like I haven't done anything today. I've just sat here and spoken for like 19 hours.
Yeah, that's why I can't stream multiple days in a row. Because I feel like it's the weeks when I stream more than like 3 times that I feel like the soul coming out of me.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, 2 weeks of Cyclothon. It's the most I've ever streamed, I think, in a row.
Yeah.
And it was fun. But I think that's because I was outside.
But you're doing something active.
Yeah.
But the day after, when I finished, I had nightmares that I was streaming. And that I forgot to turn it off. I had like nightmares for like 2 days that I was,
Damn.
every time I went to bed, I thought I was streaming.
That's terrifying.
And I was like, I woke up like, oh, I'm just sleeping. Okay. Yeah.
Connor's just in his bed and he's just like, what's up, chat?
Thank you for the $5 donation. Yeah. I just remember having this visceral, weird thought of being asleep, but being watched.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
terrible.
it was a very weird feeling. Yeah. But it was only for 2 days. So it passed pretty quick.
Only 2 days.
Did you get that during the subathon at all?
No, my subathon was only 5 days.
Yeah, but
And
he
even
was
when I was
only
being...
5
yeah, but the
days.
difference is he was actually
Yeah, I was
watched.
actually sleeping. So I think that's the difference. That because I'm
Yeah.
actually sleeping on camera. Your worry is like, oh, yeah, I am.
Yeah,
But then otherwise, I was like, I forgot to turn it off.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I had in my head.
That's a nightmare.
Have you ever forgot to turn your stream off?
Yeah, I did, but like I turned the camera off and mic off,
Yeah.
but I just forgot to press end. So it's just a black screen.
That's just free revenue.
That's what they some streamers when they had streaming contracts.
Yeah.
They had to stream for X amount of hours.
Yeah.
And when I got my contracts, I was one of the last ones. I noticed that they'd changed the hours to be like streamed out. Like they worded it in a way
Active
that was
streamed hours.
like yeah, not like black screen, not
Yeah.
you replaying content or just running it. So I'm like, there's bastards who took advantage of these contracts, put this in the system, so I can't like.
They were on a few.
Yeah.
So technically, like sleeping shouldn't have counted or something.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe I'm not quite sure, but I know that definitely some streamers literally just left their screen black and put text saying having to get stream hours in or something, which I think is unfair as well. I mean, you
It's-
agreed to a contract with
Yeah.
them. Like,
Yeah,
come on,
it's unfair.
Come on, man.
But it's
Yeah.
streamers, right? They're gonna like play the game, which is what I've noticed with streamers.
Yeah.
Which is like, which is why the Twitch meta shifts
Yeah, but-
every like 5 days when someone's like, okay.
Stuff like that is that why, but that why a lot of people look at streamers as being like unreliable and unprofessional.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man. If you said you're going to stream 10 hours a month, don't stream 10 hours a fucking
Yeah.
month. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Come on. You're getting paid how much money? You could stream 10 hours a month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't
Right.
like. I think that's shit like that is the only annoying part about streamers is that's why everyone thinks we're lazy and shit at what we do. It's like because people do shit like that. Oh well, it should be renting.
Yeah.
But that's my rant done. And the beer was delicious,
The
lads.
beer was
Yes,
delicious. And I am
absolutely.
slightly tipsy.
It was. Yeah, I am
yes.
slightly tipsy as well.
Yes.
So if you want to get some of your own,
Any Aussies in chat? Sorry, not in chat. Fuck.
Any Aussies who are watching this episode and you want to get a taste of the very own Trash Taste Pale Ale, then you can do so by clicking the link in the description below. But yeah, it's really good.
it's very good. I
Really
could have easily
delicious.
drank more, but I had to pace myself because I felt myself getting tipsy for a moment.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
didn't
so
pace
good.
myself.
I did not pace myself.
If
I'm
you
probably going to have another
enjoy,
one after this.
if you enjoy
Yeah.
IPAs or pale ales, you're gonna love this. And if you can't get it, I'm so sorry. But for us, we just wanted to do something cool like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beer.
What's,
Yes.
what's the
Strong
flavor
beers.
profile, Connor? What's
Beer.
Hoppy and beery.
Hoppy,
So
beery.
smooth on the
It's
tongue.
just a classic pale ale. There's
Yeah.
no like mango. There's no like pineapple. There's no sweet flavorings. It's just if you like
That's
no-
a 10.
if you
No.
like a pale ale, you'll like this one.
Cover
It's a
all
standard pale
9,000
ale.
taste buds.
All right.
Aerate it.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching. And don't forget that we upload weekly behind the scenes and extra exclusives on Patreon.
Oh my god, do
play
we
the
have
clip.
another one for this week?
Play the
Yeah.
clip. Play the clip. Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Real.
That is
What? Oh no!
He gave
No!
him more of a chin.
Oh yeah, I
No!
forgot. It looks so distorted. My chin looks so weak. I was like, maybe it's it.
His chin was even weaker than it was.
Okay, gone. All right, okay, hold on.
But hey, if you want to check, but hey, if you want to check that out, I'm a little bit drunk. But hey, if you want to check that out and support us like all of these lovely people on screen right now do, then make sure to go over to patreon.com/trashtaste. You can check out all of the previous Patreon content as well if you sign up right now. Also, follow us on Twitter, send us memes on the subreddit, and if you hate our face, listen to us on Spotify.
Please tell me if you wear socks in bed.
Yeah, tell us. Oh my god.
Excuse me.
Fucking hell, that was loud.
Are you sock gang or
No, I
are
don't.
you-
Okay, I don't sleep in socks. I just sometimes wear them in bed. If I'm like chilling in bed for like 20 minutes.
Let us know if you're just as
That
psychotic
means
as
you have to
Connor
like
is.
put them on to like. Okay,
No, I never took them off. Okay, I never took them off.
I'm not gonna.
We'll let the comments duke it out.
I had I ate just ate dinner and I want a 20-minute power nap. Okay. Anyway. Bye.
Anyway, next time, next
Bye.
week, we'll be back in Japan. So bye.
That's a sockless power nap for me.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.